Damn it. Are you ready?
Oh my
guys,
God.
I'm Blaine and I'll be dead today.
Okay, not yet, man.
I'm
Fucking.
dead.
Oh, fuck.
I am Dad, and I will be blamed today.
That's what I said last week.
I am James and I'm Blaine and Warken's granddad.
Yes.
Yay! Hello, Pappy.
I'm the hot bitch and thigh highs. What's up?
Hot bitch and thigh highs.
What a way to say hi to everybody. Hey, welcome to
Hey, didn't notice you.
to this recording, to the next episode of City of Storms. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're all having a good week or had a good week. How's everybody doing?
Alive.
Yeah.
Alive.
Barely
Barely.
lying in the street, bleeding out.
Yeah.
I know we're not there yet.
You're not there yet.
I mean, listen, the metaphor is on point.
It is. Okay, let's start with quick introductions. Mr. Azhenko, start us off, please.
Hello, everyone out there in the world. I am Jinko, and today I will be playing Fork and Row.
There we go. And what clan are you again?
I would be Gangrel.
There we go. And next up, we've got Mama Succubus.
Hi, I'm Mama Succubus, and today I'm playing Azara Chambers, and I'm a Bruja.
There we go. And Blaine.
I am Soldin, and today I am playing the Toreador clan vampire Blaine.
And Fat Exorcist.
Hey, I'm Fat Exorcist. Today I'll be playing James Barrett as a Tremere.
And I am Zaffa Geek, your dungeon
Bitch.
daddy.
Let's go.
He accepted the role. The mantle has been passed down.
I'll be your dungeon daddy for today. And just a few things. There might be some instances today where some triggering events will happen, could happen. And if you're triggered, I won't hold it against you, dear viewer. If you don't want to watch that section, or if you don't want to watch this episode at all. And a friendly reminder that we are playing vampires in the world of darkness, which essentially means that the actions of the people portraying these characters does not necessarily reflect on them. Although I'm not so sure about Azhenko. We don't know.
You never know.
So without any further ado, let's continue this vampire story. It is another sunny day in the Cape of Good Hope. A couple is eating at some fancy restaurant, and in the background, you see a man getting down on his knees and obviously proposing to his partner. The partner is obviously overjoyed, and the entire restaurant erupts in applause and jubilations. Somewhere else, there's a group of surfers out in the ocean. But these scenes are not entirely for our players. Previously on City of Storms, I'm still struggling with that name, City of Storms.
Should we just change it?
No, we can't.
Copyright reasons.
Copyright reasons.
Okay.
We've had our 4 kindred cause a bit of a scene in a restaurant. And they were informed beforehand by the prince to not cause scenes and to not break the masquerade. Did they do both of these? We're not entirely sure. But what we are sure of is that they sped off in a... What's your car?
Renault Clio.
They sped off in a Renault Clio. And unfortunately, James's focus was not on the road, as one would expect a supernatural being to have. They crashed into another car, flipped over 3 or 4 times, and landed on the roof. Most of them dazed, seeing things around them, but it's as if they're listening to it underwater. They're not really 100% there. And one of them was knocked unconscious. But that's not the end of the scene. The camera faded out, focusing on a cell phone with the message, "Strike one." You find yourselves in a room. Your arms are chained into the ceiling above you. Your feet are in shackles. And out of the darkness, it's a very dimly lit room. And out of the darkness, a man dressed in white steps forward. And he says, "I told you, 3 strikes and you're out. This is strike 1. At this moment in time, you all realize that you're all naked. Aside from Azara. She's basically just wearing her underwear. And Edgar looks over his shoulder, and it's like, well, time to officially record them, don't you think? And he stands there as he's joined by a man dressed with a man with a pink t-shirt on, camera in his hand. And he starts taking pictures from the front, from the back, from the side. And for the men, he takes a couple of extra pictures. You all can guess what area he focuses on. And he mutters under his breath, "For my personal collection." And at this moment in time, he's like, yeah, all scars and everything has been recorded. Do any of you have scars or tattoos that was hidden underneath clothing? Any identifying marks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about it.
I have
go
a
first.
I have a turtle tattoo on my calf.
Okay. Right or left calf?
Right.
Okay. Mr. Barrett?
I've got a big heart tattoo over my chest.
Where your heart
Uh,
should be.
yeah, with the silhouette inside the heart is the silhouette of a man and a wife holding hands, and it's got veins like enveloping them.
Okay. Azara? Any scars, tattoos, or identifying marks?
Have a tattoo of a cherry blossom on my wrist.
Okay. Varkin?
Nothing on my body at all, but I was born with, kind of when your ears are folded, when it kind of got like a little bit of a point.
Yeah.
That's the most discernible thing about my physical form, but no stars, no scars, no birthmarks, no
Nothing.
nothing.
Okay. And Clyde turns to the man in white and says, yep, as you can see. And he shows him, like, on his digital camera, he just, like, and you're just hanging there. If you want to talk or say anything, you're 100%, essentially. The chains do burn a little bit more than you expected. They do burn a little bit more. And he's showing him through the pictures and telling him what he saw and everything. And the prince is just, and the man in white is just like, good. Guys want to say anything?
I wanna like try to shake loose and kind of scream, talk loudly, not scream at the top of my lungs, but just talk loudly. Why are you doing this?
This is strike one. I told you. My protection comes at a price.
Yes, but is the strikes not the price? So if you got 3 strikes, then we don't have protection.
Yes. And this is my way of
So-
providing protection.
Protection from what? How do you,
Under
how-
any normal circumstances, you would have met the final death by now.
Is that how we escaped the car crash?
Yeah.
Was the
Luckily,
car
I
crash
was.
the strike?
That you have to figure out for yourselves.
That's not fair. And you know it.
Life is not fair, is it?
You brought us into this life and you've given us a rule of 3
Me?
strikes.
Me?
Yeah, you admitted to it last time we saw each other.
Did I
You had-
personally bring you into this life? Was it my choice to bring you in?
You are the one that commanded our sires, and I like in my change like air quotes,
Mm.
to bring us into this. You told us that.
Yeah, but I wasn't responsible for it personally. They could have chosen different people.
So you don't accept your own responsibility, but you intend to force us to accept ours,
Yeah,
even when we don't know what it's for.
You'll find out soon enough.
Zara's like visibly kind of panicking, hyperventilating, kind of, even though she shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
But she's hyperventilating, being chained up, declothed, kind of looking around her,
Oh,
very confused.
and speaking of sires, out comes a man dressed in a blue suit, white t-shirt, blue tie, very well kept man. And Edgar looks, a man in white looks towards Clyde, and he says, I thought I made myself clear that you should have stayed away from them for at least a month. I have it on good authority that you paid for their drinks, that you spoke to him when I clearly instructed you not to.
Yeah, but it wasn't his fault.
He looks at you. What do you mean it's not his fault?
I approached him.
You approached Clyde over here?
Yes.
And
Nothing happened after that. We just left.
he paid for your drinks, apparently.
Kind of just like looking down, I kind of like just look towards Blaine, like.
And Clyde becomes whiter than normal. It's impossible for him to be any more white, but he is ashen-faced. And he hands him the digital camera, and he says, I'll accept whatever you have to dole out. Even final death. And Edgar is like, oh, no. You're too useful for me. And he looks over and he's like, Phil. And for all of you do notice it in slow-mo, but Blaine notices it even slower. With one almost dizzying, blurring movement, Phil is on top of Clyde. And Clyde crumples to the ground. Eyes still open.
I was unsure if it was Phil, not gonna lie.
And his eyes staring into space, into something beyond space. And as the man, who we now know as Phil, gets off of him, a wooden stake embedded into his chest. Edgar takes out his phone, and he's like, okay, everything is okay. Everything is ready. You can come in and do your thing. And please don't kill anyone again. Puts his phone down, or puts his phone back in his pocket. And he's like,
Phil's dead.
I'll leave it. Phil's dead?
I'm asking.
No, Phil is right in front
No,
of you.
Clyde.
Clyde is not
Clyde's?
there. Clyde is there with a stake in his heart.
Okay, Clyde's stick with a stick. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
Okay. And
No.
he walks off, and he's like, to answer your question, it was both incidents. You're new. You don't know anything about this world. And this is... I need to make an example. And as he says example, all of you notice a little red dot just in the corner of the room, blinking. And he walks off. You hear a door close. It opens again. And Clyde looks... not Clyde. Phil looks over to all of you. He looks to the men first. He's like, oh, you guys. This is... I mean, I had it worse in my day. And I didn't expect you guys to go this crazy. Maybe I've made a mistake. And he walks over to Azara.
Like literally tries to lunge at him with being chained.
And he's like, shh, shh, puppet. Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. And he reaches his hand out to touch your face, but something stops him midway. And he's like, maybe I don't like them being awake. And he turns around and he walks out. Another guy enters the room in a white lab coat. He walks over to Clyde. One of you, no, all of you recognize him. It's someone that James spoke to earlier, like last night, the previous night.
The guy that told me to sit down.
Yeah. The guy that told you to sit down. He takes out syringe, withdraws some blood from the dead Clyde, if you will. And then he looks at you. Moves over to James, all quiet and stoic-like, and he's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I just need a little bit of your blood.
Oh, why are you doing this to us? You're supposed to protect us.
I'm supposed... No, your protection is afforded by the prince. And the prince ordered me to continue with my work. He said he's going to get me a couple of subjects tonight, and I guess you're the subjects.
Oh, we just subjects for the tests?
We need as many subjects as we possibly can. And not all of our kind is willing to give up their blood.
You can take all the blood you need from me. But they don't have to be here.
No, from everyone. And he sticks a needle into your arm. Yeah, talk. You can continue on talking while he's doing this.
Does I mean, getting the blood is it's supposed to be the easy part. Why are we chained up? We don't need to be chained up for these tests.
No, you don't. No, the test isn't the chaining up. This is for your own protection?
From what?
Probably from ourselves. By their fucking crazy logic.
You gonna hunger us out?
No, we're not monsters.
It's starting to look like it.
No. We're not.
They
The-
just killed Clyde in front of us for buying
not dead.
drinks.
He's not dead. I mean,
He's not dead.
Varkan can explain it to you, I think. Or should I?
Throughout
Varkan?
this entire exchange, I've been like hanging. I've not been holding myself up. I've been like completely just hanging, like a lifeless body, just staring at the floor, saying nothing, completely defeated and dejected, not acknowledging anyone or anything.
So,
Even as he says my name, I just stare.
okay. So he's just been put into a state of torpor.
So he's basically just been knocked out.
He's basically just been knocked out. Until that thing is removed from his chest, he won't recover.
Think of it like an ice chamber.
What?
It's like he's frozen.
Yeah,
Cryo.
exactly.
Cryogenic.
Yeah.
Sleep.
And
And I kind
apparently,
of I look at him and I'm like smoking.
smoking.
Smirking.
Smirking.
Like,
Oh, smirking. Sorry, smirking. Yeah.
yeah. For
I'm like
Blaine,
smoking.
For Blaine, this is a little bit of a satisfying moment.
Yeah. And he's like, apparently I've heard that when you go into torpor, it's like you taking a snapshot of what's in front of you until you recover, and then you wake up. He might take a couple of days, maybe even a few weeks, to wake up after we've removed that instrument.
Do you have to?
Yes, he's important. As are you, apparently. And he moves over.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
continue.
know how important the blood is.
You know how important the blood is. We're trying to find something.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, it's not my place to tell you.
Oh, God. So you're just another puppet.
No,
Another one forced into
I'm
his
a
strike.
savior of sorts.
He's
I
just
see
You
myself
don't
trying
have
to
as a
help
savior.
you.
You don't have a strike rule.
Because I've already been through this. Everybody goes through this once they join the folds.
So once you join the folds, there's no strike rule?
No. If you survive a month without doing the three strikes and you're out, there's no more protection for you, and you know how to handle yourself. And as he's talking, he's moving over into Varkan, and Varkan is offering no resistance.
None at all.
Not at all. And he draws blood from Varkan.
So after a month, it's a free-for-all.
Yes. As long as you keep by the masquerade rules, not break any of the masquerade. Not breaking the masquerade is the most important rule after that month.
And I kind of nod my head towards Clyde's direction. Is that a rule?
Yes.
For who?
For everyone, to keep the peace.
No, not everyone.
Everybody in the city, if something happens to a kindred, to a fellow kindred, we take action. And by we, I mean everybody in the city except for the person or persons responsible.
So you're telling me even Edgar is subject to this punishment?
Yes. But it happens, in very rare cases, it'll happen to a prince. If it happens to a prince, it'll be taken care of by the White Tower.
And who makes that decision?
The White Tower.
Who makes the decision when it's not a prince?
What do you mean, who makes the decision when it's not a prince?
What if I wanted to make that decision?
Oh, you want to take out Clyde?
I never said it with him.
You want to take out another kindred?
I didn't say that either.
Interesting.
You have us chained up. You said if we had questions. Are
Yeah,
you not going to
of
answer the
course.
question?
The question, or the answer, is unless there's an anarchy, the rules are enforced by the prince, and the prince follows certain set of rules imposed by him by the Camarilla. Or the White Tower, as I told you.
So once you have our blood, we can go?
Maybe.
And if we say no, so you're taking our blood?
Me asking you if I could take your blood is just a nicety on my part.
So you'll take it from us regardless.
Yeah.
When he's doing the injection thing,
Mm-hmm. He's just done with Varkan now, yeah?
who's he moving on to next?
He's making a move towards you.
When he gets to me,
Mm-hmm.
how is he doing it? Is he being gentle? Does it feel like he's doesn't care?
Like, is he being reckless with his work?
Hmm.
Or is he being
Well,
very
not his
professional?
not his work, but with his patients.
Hmm.
Okay, now I need all of you except for Blaine to cover your cameras. You see him moving towards you, the man in white. But it's slower than normal. And you think you can hear some form of Latin or some other language being chanted. I need you to roll me composure and resolve, please.
Composure and resolve.
Yeah.
Just waiting for my sheet to load up. Composure first or resolve first?
Let me check the
'Cause
sheets because it's on the same
They
thing,
in
right?
it's in the same thing.
Well, roll one and we'll see how it works out. This will be good to know for the future. Sorry about that.
Obviously, no modifiers.
No
eh?
modifiers. That's composure, cool, and resolve. Cool. He walks towards you in a very slow and methodical way. And It's as if you've been given new glasses. Like, he walks towards you, your vision goes blurry, and the moment your vision returns, and all of the while you hear this slight chant in the background. There's a girl standing in front of you at about, 11 years old? Black hair, blue eyes. And she looks at you, on the verge of tears welling up in her face. And she says, "I've missed you, Panda Bear. Can I give you a hug?"
Can I try and reach?
You try and reach, and for some reason your arms are free.
Just gonna grab her and hug her tight.
She's like, "Daddy, why am I here? I don't like it here in England. I miss you."
I'm gonna let go of her and walk away.
"Daddy. No, Daddy." And as she says, "No, Daddy," you come back to your senses. You're still in a darkened room. And the man in the white lab coat looks at you and moves on to Azara.
I'm just gonna like full slump in my chains.
In your chains, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost the same as Varkan, I suppose.
Yeah. All of you hear the chanting, by the way. And now we move on to Azara. What's going through your mind at the moment, Azara?
I'm angry.
At?
Afraid. I'm angry that Phil was right there and I couldn't rip him to shreds.
Mm.
I'm angry that I froze when I first saw him. I'm angry that I was chained up and there was nothing that I could do.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going through my mind at that point is I just wanted to kill Phil.
You just want to kill Phil.
Mm.
Okay. He approaches you. You're still hearing the chant. And he looks at you and is like, "May I?"
Do what the fuck you need to do. The faster I get out of here, the faster I can kill that fuck.
Okay. And he withdraws blood from you. And his hand, when he finished, he looks at you. I see why Phil liked you.
Am I close enough to headbutt said person?
You can try.
I try.
You try, and you just like swing a bit in the chains. You just swing a bit in the chains. He's like, but then again, he likes them sleeping. You're a bit feisty.
If you unchain me, I can show you how feisty.
Perhaps later. And he smiles. And he walks off. And now I want you all to uncover your cameras again. The chanting gets louder and louder and louder. I want you all to just roll me a resolve check. It gets louder and louder and louder. Okay. Blaine with a 1. Azara with a 2.
Damn it.
James with a 1 and Varkan with a 2. So basically, I almost scrolled up on OBS, not on the actual Roll20. So basically, James, your screen, you black out. Blaine, you black out. And both Varkan and Azara, just you see them go slump in their chains, and you're like, what? And the chanting gets more pertinent, more louder, more aggressive. And just before you black out, the man in the blue suit, white shirt, and tie that you all know as Phil walks over to Clyde and removes the stake, and he immediately turns to face you, Azara, and you black out. A day later, you find yourselves in your respective havens. Blaine with Varkan, James on his own, and Azara Chambers in her own place. Azara, you get woken up by the sound of ice rattling in glass. And as if someone drunkenly is stumbling around your apartment. I need you to roll me a rouse check, please, Azara.
Yes.
It's at the bottom. Oh, wow. You are, regardless of where you were on previously, you are on 2 hunger now. You need to make sure that you're on 2 hunger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're on 2 hunger?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And it's going to be the same for you guys if you're going to wake up or whatever. Actually, no, Azara, you're on 3. Sorry, you're on 3 hunger. You're really, really hungry. And the moment you stir, the noise sort of stops suddenly. What do you do?
I sit up in my apartment
Mm-hmm.
just to look around to make sure that it is what I think it is,
It is your haven, your apartment.
and I dismiss it. And just roll my eyes.
Okay. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I need to eat.
You're on 3 hunger.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on 3 hunger.
I get up.
It's
Where
just after
where
7
exactly? p.m.
p.m. Yeah.
And I'm assuming I woke up in my bed.
Yep.
Okay, well, my computer's at the end of my bed, and I'm assuming that it's where I left it, which was the locations of pubs and bars in
Yeah.
the area. And I sit down and I look for one.
Oh, you're searching for incidents or whatever.
I'm looking for dodgy places to go.
Dodgy
hang out
places.
for the night.
You've been around Cape Town enough.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, you're near OBS, if I remember correctly, right? Observatory. Or was that... oh, no, you're in Rosebank.
I'm in Rosebank.
I
Yeah.
think we're in ops.
Yeah, you're in OBS. You're in Rosebank. Listen, there's a lot of places in Rosebank. Maybe just go and find it, because I've misplaced my things here. Hold on. Oh yeah,
While I'm
wait.
like, while I'm Google searching and stuff, I'm just kind of like that.
Yeah, you're on Rosebank. On the Mowbray side of Rosebank, which is even more dodgier. And you find a bar. Are you going to stay there for the night to try and see if you can find someone that's fit the descriptions that you're looking for?
I want to make it a quick one, but obviously you can't just go in, grab someone and get out. So I'm probably gonna have to lurk a bit in the bar and lure them in.
Well, let me just quickly check something here. You actually, on your way to the bar, you actually stop by a sort of like one of the university grounds, like it's a lecture hall on the university grounds. And there's a notice board on the outside saying Victims Anonymous meeting, 7 o'clock.
And we definitely know what that means.
Yeah. So what do? Do you go to the meeting? Do you go to a bar?
Do we know how long this meeting will be?
It's usually about an hour. It's just a couple of victims coming together, talking about their stuff, and then leaving.
I look at the sign and I'm like, I don't have to say anything. Like, just fucking sit there, I guess.
And in the background, a cat meows.
I've been hearing that all night. I've been like,
Oh
"Don't
crap,
sit
you guys hear
quiet,
that?
sit
I'm
quiet."
sorry.
It's okay. No, it's okay, dude. It's okay. It's okay.
Fine, it's fine.
It adds to the ambiance.
The ambiance of cats. I'm just gonna let her out quickly.
Okay.
I look at this sign and I think to myself, I don't have to say shit. I could just sit there. I've got a couple of minutes to waste, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I head towards the varsity.
You head towards the
And
varsity.
I put my hood up and like keep my head down and I walk towards it.
The guy. There's like 4 people, 5 people in the place, sitting around in a semicircle. This is about 10, 15 past 7, quarter past 7. And the guy running it, he's like, if you find God, it'll help you get through this. And if anybody wants to share their stories, please do. You need to roll me
Oh no.
a streetwise,
Okay.
and let's make it streetwise and wits. And your modifier is +1.
Did I do it right? Oh. No, dude. No.
That's not a good sign.
Dungeon Daddy, please.
That is not.
Somebody getting strike 2, and it's not gonna be me.
That is not a good sign. You have the beast is taking over. So you see this guy. His hair basically brill creamed backwards into a ponytail. He's got the classical Catholic priest, what do you call it, that white little thing, you know.
Like a collar type of thing.
And something from inside you says, "Oh, we have seen him before. He is part. Oh, he's got many kids in his basement. What do we do? Do we wait it out? Or do we go now?" And as he says, "Do we go now?" you hear his heartbeat. The guy, you recognize him as one of the slightly higher upper levels in the trade that you've got a speciality in recognizing.
For real though, like I'm not hallucinating.
You're
this
not.
isn't just
You're just
hunger.
hearing this voice inside of you is telling you, "Hey, he's right there. It's only 4 people. Come on, who will know?"
So we are in their line of sight, right?
Yeah, he's literally the guy leading the meeting. Is literally in the middle of the circle, like there's 4 chairs, like in a
I'm gonna
half
wait.
moon, facing him.
I'm gonna wait.
Oh, are we waiting? Okay, I'll go back for a bit.
Thank you, Dungeon Daddy.
You can smell certain things on him. An air of horniness. And sort of, as the people come forward with their stories, he gets like some form of pleasure out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But we will return to you shortly, Azara. Mr. Barrett, roll me a rouse check, please. Ooh, you're at 2 hunger. No matter what, you're on 2 hunger.
Yeah.
What do you do when you wake up? You're in your apartment. What do you do?
Yes. I look for my phone, take it out.
There's a message.
I open the message.
It says strike 1.
I close it
Mm-hmm.
and I start looking for Ryan's contact.
Yeah.
But I hover over it. Am I gonna call him or not? And I close the phone and put it back in my pocket.
Okay.
And I walk to my computer. And I start searching on Google for accidents in Long Street.
Accidents in Long Street. Obviously
Yeah.
looking for your own accident.
Yes.
The closest you can get is a car didn't stop at Clyde Street and swerved into... I'm going to tell you now. Swerved into... Is it Long Street? It is Long Street, right? Kloofnak. It's Kloof Street. No, wait. Oh, come on. Zoom out, Zephyr. Where is Clyde? I just had it. I was just looking at it. Give me a few. I need to confirm. Okay, you were driving that way. Yeah, it's Main Road. I believe it's Main Road. Yeah. A car drove out of Clyde Road into Main Road and just swerved and hit the barriers on the opposite side. That's the closest you can get to your accident.
I would know for sure that our accident was on Long Street.
Long Street, Main Road, Clyde Road. That's you would know enough about Cape Town that you know that that's where your accident was supposed to be.
Does it give a description of the vehicle?
Of the vehicle crashed? It is a Toyota Yaris. The driver was intoxicated. Luckily, no one was hurt in the accident. Apparently, anything more about the article, news, the guy had like a massive bender driving the car from Clyde Road, and he just didn't realize that he's driving into... He just didn't slow down. Almost as if... And that's his story. He just didn't slow down.
I take my phone out again.
Mm-hmm.
And I look on Google for the closest police station's number.
Yeah.
And I dial it, but before they pick up, I hang up.
Okay.
I just muttered to myself, fuck, I don't know where my car is. They covered it up. Can't contact Orion. And I message Varkin, are you guys okay? Can we meet up?
Okay. And we change over to Varkin and Blaine. Both of you roll me a rouse check, and while you're rolling, think about what you're doing while you're waking up. I should seriously mute that. Oh! Wow, luck's on your side. You're only on 2 hunger. Only on 2 hunger.
Both of us?
Yeah, both of you. The baseline for tonight is 2 hunger, and if you gain hunger, you're on 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I obviously I wake up on my nice clean couch now.
On your nice clean couch. The smell of books is still strong in the air, right, Varkin? It's
Yeah,
still
but
strong.
Yes.
Leathery, dusty smell of books. That
It's not
you know.
dusty anymore. Clean.
No. But you know that smell that sticks to books.
Just the smell.
Yeah, like
that
literally, you can
leathery-
go to any book that you've had for more than a year, and if you take it like this and you smell it, you're like, it smells like dust, even though you cleaned it. It's still. I've worked in a bookstore long enough. I know that smell. And there's leather, that dusty, leathery smell of a lot of books.
Permeates the flat.
Permeates.
I'm gonna check my pockets
Mm.
to see if I have anything on me.
Just a quick thing. Did you dream about anything last night?
I don't think so.
Okay. You feel in your pockets. You find a phone. Your phone.
My phone. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Is it charged?
It is.
Okay. I want to check what time it is and if I have any notifications.
It's about 2-3 minutes after 7. Maybe about let's say 5 minutes after 7
At night or in the morning?
at night.
Okay. Any notifications?
One message.
Can I just want to drag it. It's a SMS or a WhatsApp?
You can drag it down to see what it is.
Okay, yeah. I want to drag it down to see what it says.
It says strike 1.
I'm gonna screenshot it,
Mm.
like my lock screen with the thing pulled down,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna go into WhatsApp and make a group
Okay.
because we've all exchanged numbers now. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna add everyone except I didn't get Chambers' number, so I add Varkin and James,
Mm.
and I And I send the screenshot in there, and I'm like, someone please add Chambers.
Okay, you send that message in. Mr. Varkin, you've definitely recognized that chanting, by the way, from the previous night. What you think is the previous night.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can I recall where I've heard it before?
You've not heard, but you recognize it in the sense of you've read a book.
Oh.
You've read a book
Yes.
where some of those words were repeated. And what you can remember, because we know how you read books, what you can remember, it's as if to induce a hypnotic sort of state. And you know they used it especially in the witch trials
Back in the day.
back in the day to put themselves into a hypnotic state when they were going to the stakes to be burned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So you know that most likely you were moving and acting normally last night, but you weren't, or whenever, 1 or 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
But you weren't conscious of what you were doing. It's as if they took your consciousness, moved it to
Yeah.
the back, and just let you move whenever.
Let us do whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, also, by the by, what am I even wearing like right now?
You're dressed in your normal attire.
Just like clothes from the cupboard that I grab and put on. Just
Cleaner clothes
clothes that
than yeah.
The same clothes that we
Okay.
were out in the other night.
No,
new.
your
new
clothes
Even
is
me?
different. Even you. Everybody is dressed, by the way.
Yeah, that was sort of. I was just like wondering, like,
Yeah,
okay.
I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like thinking, like nobody asks it, so I was like, this is the first thing I want to ask. Like,
Am I
I'm still
naked?
Am I naked? Like
Well,
people
that's why I
go
said-
out, they start walking.
That's why I was, can I feel in my pockets? It was
Yeah,
kind of
that-
like am
Yeah,
I
when you
naked?
said that, when you said that, I was so like, okay, so I assume you're not naked. Cool.
Yeah.
I touch my pockets. You feel nothing. Okay, when I wake up, the first thing I do is I sit upright, and I draw my knees closer in, and I hold my knees, and I just like rest my head on top of my knees.
Okay. What's going through your mind?
That I can't mess this up. I can't lose this. My whole life I've been an outsider, a reject, and for the first time I belong to something, and I might make a difference, and even the possibility of friends, and I can't lose this.
Okay.
I can't fuck this up.
Right at that moment, your phone vibrates. A book falls open from the bookshelf. Phone falls out.
All of that happens, but I don't even notice it.
You don't even notice
It doesn't even register.
Okay. Another notification pops through. And this is the point where James's notification comes through. And James, just as you sent through that message, you get a group invite. What's the group icon again?
It's just the blank.
The
one.
screenshot. Oh, the blank one.
Yeah.
You
The
get
screenshot is the first message in the group.
Okay, the screenshot is the first message in the group. So James, you send out that message. You get the message at the same time, Blaine. And he, so the message is basically we need to add Azara to this group, essentially. You get
Yeah.
that message. You get the message from what did your message say exactly, James?
Are you guys okay? Can we meet up?
Can we meet up? You sent it to everyone. You've got Azara's number, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Just
So
to
I added to the
yeah.
group.
Camera zooms into a phone in a pocket, zooms out. It's in Azara's pocket, and all the viewer hears is just a few more minutes. Yes, just a few more minutes. minutes. You get no response from Azara. No
I'm gonna get
response
up
from
and go
Varkin. And
I'm gonna
Blaine,
get up
yes.
and go and bang on Varkin's door.
Oh, there's no doors.
There's no doors?
It's like those open apartments. The
Oh,
only door
cool.
where there is like the bathroom is like closed off.
Okay. Okay, so then I'm gonna go and see if I can. It's like a doorway though, right?
Yeah, it's kind of in a doorway. So in the middle of the apartment is like to the side is the bathroom. Like the one corner is like an open area with like the where you're sleeping and all the shelves, and there's cupboards like along the wall. And so where you stand up, if you just go to the right and you turn around, you'll see like a hallway, and then that's where my bed is, like at the end of that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and look for Varkin, and when I see him on his like sitting on his bed, then
Swaying.
I'm gonna go back to the kitchen. I'm gonna look for his mug, or at least a mug that has.
My mug is gone.
I'm gonna look for his mug, or I'm gonna look for a mug that has Ninja Turtles on it, because I assume there's probably...
How many of those mugs do you have, Varkin?
I've a shit ton of mugs with all sorts of stuff. There's one with like Batman. There's one with He-Man. There's one with all sorts of.
Is there another one with
80s/90s.
turtles on?
No, my turtle mug is gone.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the Batman one.
R.I.P. Okay.
I'm gonna grab the Batman one, and I'm gonna look in the fridge, because he did tell me in the car, like if I get hungry, there's food in the fridge. So what do I see in the fridge, food-wise?
There's a few blood bags, like.
Blood bags. Are they all exactly the same?
Yeah, they're
Or
all.
can I smell
for me.
anything different about them?
They are all pretty much my flavor.
Okay, so I'm gonna take one of the blood bags and the cup, and I'll grab a tablespoon as well. And I'm gonna come walk through, and I'm gonna sit down on the bed next to you. And I'm like, "Hey, Batman, it's time to maybe eat something." And I give him the cup and the spoon, and I hold up the bag, and I'm like, "I don't really know how you do this, but."
I kind of like shake my head, and I like kind of pull myself from my stupor. I like look at you. You can see like blood is welling up in my eyes. We do cry blood, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So blood is welling up in my eyes, and I kind of look at the blood bag, and I kind of look at you. I slowly reach over. I take the mug, and I take the blood bag, and I throw it in, and I mutter under my breath, "Thank you."
I look at the spoon, and I'm like, "That was probably a stupid idea," and I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, a spoon out. You can have one as well if you like. There's more than enough.
Thanks. I'll probably grab one in a bit. Okay. Look, I know you probably just woke up, but I need you to. Have you seen your phone?
I look around. I touch my pockets. I pull out my phone. Yes. What
Okay.
happened? Are we in shit again?
It looks
Please
like
don't
I
tell me.
got the strike.
Okay.
So
I look at my phone.
I'm sorry.
You get you see if you see notifications. There's
I pull it open.
oldest notification is one strike. Then straight after that is a message from "Hey, is everybody okay?" from Barrett. And then there's an invitation to a group, or you've been added to a group.
I kind of pull open the notification of the strike, and I show it to Blaine and say, "We're all screwed, man.
Okay.
It's all of us."
So everybody got a strike. All right, that's
I
fine.
think so.
All right, we've heard, because I see the notification on his phone, obviously, because I haven't checked mine since, from James. Like, okay, it looks like James is fine, but we need to get hold of Chambers. Can you add her to that group that I started?
I look in my pockets. Do I find like my wallet there as well?
Yeah.
Okay, I open the wallet and I pull out like the card. She gave me like a card. I'm like, oh, thank God. I add her to my phone. I add her in and I add her to the group.
Okay.
I put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like,
I'm a little bit shaky. I'm like,
we're gonna be fine. We're gonna get We're gonna get to the end of this month.
We have to
And
make a deal.
then-
I can't lose this. I can't. We have to. We can do this. We.
And I kind of like smile at him, but this kind of feeling of like looking after him
Mm-hmm.
is like it's almost like it's giving me more motivation. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
And I like tell him and I'm like, okay, dry those eyes. Have your mug. I'm gonna go get a mug of my own.
Grab a mug. my
Let's
friend.
get dressed and go find James Batman. And I go through to the kitchen and start pouring a thing into a mug for me.
Okay. Just by the way, you both slake one hunger. Do you send James a message back? On the group or personally?
I kind of like just look at the message and I look at Blaine. I look at the message. I'm like, what should we say?
Let
know
him
what
know
to
that we're
think.
fine, but maybe I don't know. I don't know Chambers like you guys do apparently. I mean, I only met everybody last night. But it
she's
seems
scary,
like
man. I don't know her, and I know she's very scary.
Zara, just tell us what's on the card exactly. Is the card from a bar that you used to work at? Is the card with just your number?
Uncover camera or no?
Oh no, you can just answer me, yeah.
Okay. The card is from when I used to work in bars. I used to usually give them to women. It doesn't have the actual business's name on it. It just has my name and my number. Just a bunch of them for efficiency and sufficiency.
Okay. So no identifying like, hey, go there to find you.
No.
Okay, cool.
Just my number
Okay, cool.
and my name.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you see her number there and her name. Zara Chambers. Am I correct? Zara, am I correct?
I said yes.
Okay. Yeah, Zara Chambers and a number. 082 69 69. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow.
Sorry, I had to. Come on, I had to. Okay.
69 007.
Yeah. Okay.
007.
You add her to the group.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, okay, yeah. The group doesn't work like that yet. Okay. Are you going to send messages to anyone else on the group or James perhaps? Because
So
that
I'm
poor
gonna-
bastard.
I'm gonna pop a message into the group.
Mm.
I'm gonna say, okay, everyone's here now. Where is everyone? James, you wanted to meet up. And I'll tag him so it gives him a notification.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's say, like, you've waited about 5 minutes for any response, James. So it's about 7:22-ish, 20, just before half past.
I want to. I'm feeling hungry-ish,
Mm.
but I don't keep blood at my apartment.
Mm.
I've always been able to get hold of blood whenever I needed it. Now that I don't have a car anymore, or access to as much to Orion as I needed,
Mm.
I'm gonna type, I'm at my house. I'm hungry, but I don't have any blood. Do you guys know where I can find it?
We go get him.
We can go get him. Do you think? I mean, I don't want to eat you out of house and home, but can we take one of these for him as well?
You've
Yeah,
got
no,
one
sure,
bag left,
definitely.
by the way.
Yeah, one left.
Like, after you take that
Yeah,
one,
we
that's one
take it.
left.
Yeah, the one left in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we take it to him.
Do you
We're
know
going
where
to-
James lives? I guess James
Not
will
yet.
tell him share location, whatnot.
Can we
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
share
can
my
you-
location.
I'll share my location.
Can you drop us a pin?
drop us a pin? Okay, yeah.
I mean,
I Yeah, I dropped him up into my house.
Okay, James, where do you live again, and what area?
Near the university in Rosebank.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like right there. Yeah, we're all like in distance.
Yeah, the traffic ain't too bad. It'll take you about 5 minutes, maybe 10. You know where the taxi's in front of you? Weinberg! Weinberg! Mowbray! Weinberg! Mowbray! In front of you. Yeah.
I'm gonna tag. Okay, Batman, I'm ready to go when you are.
Let's go.
And
Justice
then
League assemble. We can do
on our
this.
on our way out, I tag Azara just to make sure she gets a notification. I'm like, "Are you okay?"
I'm worried about her.
Me too, man.
This went very bad.
Azara, if you want to respond to an SMS or a WhatsApp group, you can,
Grabbing dinner.
but you're not going to. Okay.
No, I said grabbing dinner.
No. Oh, you said grabbing
Grab-
dinner.
Okay, she's getting food. Okay, okay.
Okay. Well, okay. Everybody's at least alive.
Yes, yes.
Are we? Okay. So I'm assuming we're on our way to get into the car, right?
Yeah, we go to the car.
Okay. So as we're getting into
My
the car, I'm like, "Ma'am, didn't we leave your car at the club?"
We stand outside, and is my car there, or is it?
You're literally standing next to the car, and he asks you this question. You feel your pockets. Keys are in your pockets.
Yeah, my keys are there.
Yeah.
Well, that's just nice of them. I take out the key and I unlock the car. Look, look.
It opens up.
Huh.
I message James and I'm like, "Driving over now. See you
Drive.
see you in 15."
Okay. Yeah, we get into the car.
And you drive.
Probably have to adjust the seat. Okay.
Probably
drive.
have to adjust the seat. Yeah, probably have to. Yeah.
I play around with that a little bit just to get it
Yeah.
nice and right. Play with the mirror. Check.
After he plays with
Okay.
the mirror, I'd like slowly turn it straight.
As you start the car, you hear,
Did you-
"Hey man, you know I'm really okay.
Interesting. Huh.
The gun in my..." You hear that, okay? And you drive off.
That's scary. And I drive.
Yeah. You can change the music if you want to, so it's okay.
I put in one of. Is it okay? Okay. Okay. Yeah, he likes it. We go.
When I
Okay.
got the message, I just want to stand like by my door, open it just a little bit, and peer outside.
Where's your
I'm just
garage in
standing.
relation, or where's your car usually parked in relation to your door? So in other words, if you're going to open your door a slight bit, would you be able to see your car, or is your car on that side?
No, like my door leads straight to the road, and my car is usually parked in front.
Okay.
So I just want to open it, and I'm going to stand there, looking and waiting for them. They said 15 minutes. So
Yeah, there where your car used to stand. It's an open space.
I feel regret and
Yeah.
sadness.
Yeah.
and
Imagine
anger.
you actually opened your door and you just see a Rex standing there in the space. At least they didn't do that.
And you're driving. You get to his place.
Slowly, I abide
Slowly.
by
You abide
This
by the
time
rules.
we-
Okay.
this time I go slow.
You've got your seatbelts on, everything.
The seat belts.
And
Driving.
in another place, the meeting is at its end. We change scenes to Azara. And as it reaches its end, it's as if you can hear his heartbeat clearer. It's almost overpowering. He says goodbye to everybody and thanks them for being there. And he checks his phone. He looks at it. And he's like, yeah, God bless. And everybody leaves, and I take it except for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he looks at you, and he's like, so, hopefully tonight was inspiring.
Oh, it wasn't. It was inspiring, and I'm visibly like shaking, like kind of trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Just kind of like looking at him.
Have you eaten some snacks? It seems like your blood sugar might be a little bit low. This is like a shocking. The stories might put one into shock tonight. Your phone's vibrated a couple of times again. His phone vibrates, but he doesn't look at it. He's like, is this your first meeting here?
Mm-hmm.
Thought as much. Didn't recognize you when you came in.
How long have you been running these meetings?
Probably about 3 months now.
3 months.
Yeah.
And what inspired
Every
you to do
Thursday
so?
at 7 o'clock.
And what inspired you to do this? If I may ask.
Well, I can talk about it. I've faced my demon, so to speak. I've been a victim myself.
Is there anything that I can roll to make sure he ain't lying about that?
Oh, you want to roll something to make sure he ain't lying? Why you lying?
Why the fuck you lying?
I'd like you to roll me a wits, and I'd guess an awareness. Wits and awareness. Let me just quickly confirm. Or awareness wits on the page.
Okay.
I'd say, yeah, that would be the thing you roll to see if he's lying or not. I don't see anything else here that immediately catches my
Modifiers?
attention. No, hold on. Your specialties is... I'm not looking at your character sheet, am I?
Specialties, sex trade, history.
Yeah, let me...
paranormal
Okay, there you
mysteries.
so. Okay, no modifiers. He's speaking the truth.
Yes.
He's definitely speaking
But-
the truth. He's not hiding anything. The one thing that you do notice, though, is as he says, I've been a victim before, he touches his arm a little bit. And as his hand moves away, you see like a bit of scar tissue there. Yeah.
Okay. But we definitely know that he's in the sex trade. And we definitely know
We
that-
definitely know this.
And he definitely got off on the stories.
This. Of course he got off on the stories. Would I lie to you?
Yes.
I'm offended. No one's here.
I ask him if he'll walk me to my car in the parking lot where his might be. Do you mind walking me to my car?
Of course, I understand.
Getting late.
A lot of people feel the same way after their first time around here. Feel like, of course, no, I'll walk with you. And he walks, and as you're walking, you're just hearing. Ripe for the taking.
Is said man, creature, whatnot, Christian, hypocrite, fuckface. Does he show any type of, or is he giving off any kind of lustful look towards me? Any kind of desire? Is he giving off any of that, like?
No, we're gonna use the same roll from previously. Definitely not.
Okay. So I'm assuming we get to the car.
You eventually
car?
get to the car, yeah. To your car.
Oh, I have a car.
Oh, to his car. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Did I get a car?
I was
That's
sitting here. I
nice.
was sitting here going, "Okay, cool. Who's got cars? Who doesn't have cars? Whose cars are wrecked? You know, those kind of things.
Yeah.
And to his car. He's like, anywhere I can drop you off.
Whew, I feel like I'm making a mistake.
He's right
In my-
there. Right there.
So we're at the car.
Mm.
He's standing against it, I'm assuming. Yes.
Yeah, he's standing against it. He clicks the button, he opens the door, and he waits for you to get in.
I kind of close the door
Mm-hmm.
while we're outside the car.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you're doing immediately, or are you waiting for him to react?
No, I grab him while I kiss
Immediately, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he... Okay, explain what you're going through.
I'm obviously very hungry and very angry, and I'm following this voice in my head. And I look him in the eye and I say, tell me, have you ever done something you're not proud of?
He looks at you with fear in his eyes, and he's like, what the hell? Whatever it was I did, I'm sorry. I've been reformed. I'm sorry. Whatever it is I did, I didn't even... I don't know what... I'm sorry. I'm sorry, whatever it is.
I want you to admit what you have done. Tell me what you've done. I have time. You don't.
I stolen CDs once. And he rambles through a lot of things. Not the specific thing that you're looking for. He has stabbed someone. Like the third thing he mentions, like, I accidentally stabbed someone in self-defense. Yeah. He mentions, like, all his past crimes. I'm sorry, was that your brother? The last one, the stabbing, was like, is that your brother, a friend of yours? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. In my mind, I'm like, what if this guy isn't in the sex trade? What if it's just my fucking hunger?
Of course he is. It's right there. Few centimeters away from you. Come on, take it. No one's watching. Take it.
Is there anybody else around in the parking lot?
Not that you can see, no. I mean, it is a dangerous area. I mean...
I try to compose myself and I let go of him.
Roll me, just a normal willpower roll.
Willpower.
Yeah.
Modifier 0.
Just give me a few. Modifier 0, yeah. So you rolled 3 successes. Okay. You compose yourself.
Okay. Kind of step back. And I say, I'm sorry. You looked like someone I thought I knew from my past.
I'm sorry that whatever I did... and he gets in his car. He's still rambling. He starts it. And he drives off. He locks all the doors and he drives off.
Yeah, the fucking... Like, I stand there and I'm like, just kind of eventually just like, you know, when jy sit op jou herke, jy sit op jou herke,
Mm.
and like that. How do we translate that for our overseas?
You're
people?
you're
How we-
basically squatting.
kind of squatting, and I just
Yeah.
kind of like hold my head in my hands, and I'm just like, calm the fuck down, you just need to eat, you'll be fine.
Another notification comes through. You've been added to a group,
Yes.
and the messages that's there is like, you see a pin, which is basically just around the corner from you. It'll take you about 10 minutes to walk there.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's asking if everybody's okay. You've been tagged in one of the things, one of the messages.
I check the message, and I'm assuming that I messaged them during the meeting.
You message them. You message them, I'm busy grabbing dinner. And then
Yeah.
another notification came through with the pin, basically.
With a pen.
Yeah.
Well, I still need to get food,
Mm.
so I now need to decide whether I want to go and meet up with them or get food. I look at my phone and I send a message to the group and I say I'm on my way.
Okay. And it's about, as you walk away, the camera
Yeah.
goes towards the car that just sped off from you.
Fuck.
And he opens up his phone and a message stating, we received new toys and 3 headshots of 2 headshots of 2 girls, and the other headshot is of a boy as he drives off. You get to the house. Everybody open their cameras and hide them cigarettes. You get a message saying she's on her way. Do Varkin or Blaine know what James's car looks like? You do know. You were in the car.
Yeah, we're in the car.
You were in
We
the
have
car, of
intimate
course.
knowledge.
Your car's color, James, was like blue, right?
Yeah, blue.
Yeah. When you parked your car where in the only open space, you drove past a bright yellow Renault Clio. Like 4 cars where, like, you found the parking spots, like, oh, look, Renault Clio, and you just park. And it's like, you wonder if that's, it's just a thing. It stands out because it's bright yellow. You get out.
Yeah.
Is the door still open? Are you looking for them, James?
Yeah, I'm just looking. So I
You
see
get
them
out. You don't even have to. It's just like this little door being like, and his face
we
is like
see-
that.
So we see him.
You see his eye and the door about yay big open.
So
give
as
a
I'm
wave.
climbing out the door, I like point at the yellow Renault, and I'm like, nice.
This is what you see, right? This is what you see.
I was like, the fuck.
I just
I
wave.
peeked my head out. And I go, okay, cool. So
You
as
see
I
a
open
bright
the door
yellow
to the
Renault
house-
Clio down the street.
I'm not gonna pay attention to it because it's not blue.
It's not blue.
But
Yeah.
what? So I open my door, and out of instincts, I
Varkin is just like,
I'm just like waving.
I tap my pockets. Do I have my wallet? Everything.
you do have your wallet, but you feel something poking you. And you take it out.
Yeah.
It's keys to a Renault Clio.
I press the button, the unlock open button.
The unlock open button. And you look and you see, like, the thing that catches your attention is that bright yellow thing that you saw.
Yeah.
it unlocks.
Are we still standing at the car watching?
Oh,
him
you're
do this,
walking to
right?
him, and he's like,
Oh, okay.
and like by the time he
Opening a
clicks
car.
that, you're next to him. By the
Okay.
time he clicks that, you're next to him.
Like, wow, dude, you got that replaced fast.
It wasn't me. It's the first time I see that these keys just appeared in my pocket. It's the first. You guys want to take a ride with me?
Do you like yellow?
Let's find
Well-
out where Chambers is first. She said she's on her way.
Yellow is
Oh,
not...
yeah, we brought this for you. When I give him the blood bag.
Okay.
Are you still standing on the...
I'm assuming you haven't invited us
Understood.
inside yet, so
I just swing the door completely open, grab the blood bag, step into the room, and just like,
You slake one hunger.
can we
Thank
come
you.
in?
yeah, come on in.
I look at Fark and I'm like, am I doing this right?
I like point at him. I'm holding a Thundercats mug and I'm looking at it. I look at him and I put the mug away. I'm like, okay.
Thanks so
Wasn't
so
it
much,
Batman?
guys.
But okay, cool.
Yeah, it was.
No, that's my mug. I brought him a Thundercats mug to drink out
Oh.
of, but he's not drinking.
He's not drinking
Out of
from the
that
mug.
one.
Yeah.
Like, I look at Varkin and I look at like the doorway and I'm like, am I doing it right?
I nod. Yes, you're doing good.
So we're invited.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna keep you outside. Just like, Are you thinking vampires need to be invited into the house?
Isn't that the rule?
In stories, yes. In movies,
You said it was like the movies.
sometimes.
I just like come in, guys.
Okay, let's go. Okay. I don't know. I thought you were just being polite.
Oh,
Having good etiquette is always a good thing.
I suppose.
Um,
I mean, I guess that's something I can learn apparently.
when they
So,
get in, I say,
so you let them in and then you close the door.
yeah.
As you close the door, roll me what's an awareness.
What's an awareness?
Mm.
What's
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give this one to you because fuck it.
Because fuck-
As you close the door, you notice, because you were like sort of still looking at the Clio, you notice someone dressed similarly like Azara walk past your Clio, or yellow Clio. Azara, you're walking, and as you're walking, you see a car being unlocked. You're walking forward, and you're walking a bit like a few meters further. And as you pass the car, all of you hear a wolf howling in the distance. And that is where we're going to take our break.
As the wolf howl, I immediately jump.
That's where we're going to take our break.
Turn and look at the door. Like, not like that.
Yeah.
We're on
Yeah.
break. It doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Hey, listen, I'm going to edit. I'm going to say we're going to go on a break, and then I'm going to cut it out. Okay, so the moment I say, okay, see you after the break, that's going to be cut out. So how are you guys feeling?
That was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
Regrets!
Regret.
Regrets!
What have you learned, Azara? Sometimes listen to the beast.
Trust.
He might be speaking the truth. Or she even.
Might being the operative word, sir.
She might be
It-
speaking the truth. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm your dungeon daddy. I give you free gifts, and if you don't take them, it's not me.
Yeah, but you sneaky though.
Yeah, he's
I've given you a
sneaky,
couple of
sneaky.
hints.
Yeah,
I have.
fuck. Doubted myself.
You doubt. Remember, it's all okay
Never
because
trust the dungeon daddy, but sometimes.
it's all new to you.
Sometimes.
So it's good to doubt everything and everything. So this is all new to you. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you after the break for some more vampire story. What is that wolf? What is those things? Find out after the break. Welcome back after that break. So, yeah, what's the last thing that happened? Can you guys
A
remember?
wolf howled.
A wolf howled. Yeah. And Azara was on her way. I take it James is keeping the door open.
So I I was about to close the door. I'm like, wait a second. And I peek out and I see Zara,
Yeah.
and I just hang out and wave to her.
Keep my head down. Briskly walk towards the door.
Yeah. A second howl, a bit further away, happens.
Pause.
I like.
and keep walking.
We all hear the howl, right?
You all hear it, yeah?
I stagger into the apartment and I kind of like just go down on my haunches.
Do you have any windows near your door where I can also see the street? James?
No.
Okay, then I'm trying to look out the door with you to see if I can see what's howling.
What the fuck? Is that a dog?
I don't know. That wasn't Chambers, was it?
Chambers, you hear this.
Yeah,
I don't
it wasn't-
fucking hope it was her.
That wasn't me. No.
Well, maybe you want to hurry inside.
Was this a dog or a more guttural, a deeper type of howl?
You would recognize the howl.
So it's what I think it is.
It is what you think it is.
Oh my god.
You think it was referred to as the Garu pack?
I like
Now,
start to shiver.
he starts to shiver, but while you're shivering, you do know that it's one of those things like we don't approach each other and we're all fine. We're not going to cause cock, you know what I mean? So you hear that and
Yeah.
it's like, it's scary, but you're pretty sure the prince said something along the lines of like, listen, we acknowledge each other and that is it. We don't really talk.
Yeah, well, words mean one thing, but when you have an irrational fear, that does not calm the nerves.
Of
a
course,
whole lot.
of course. No, so he starts like shaking.
I kind of
Do
just
we
sink
notice
down.
this?
They would notice this, right, Varkin?
Yeah, no, I like stagger back and I fall and I just kind of like sink down and I like.
Okay, so I'll turn around and I'm going to assume that James and Azara will sort themselves out on the coming into the house before the howling gets closer. And I come in, I like.
I've got a quick question. James, have you opened that blood bag yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see Varkin like staggering back. I'm like, what the fuck? Zora, come in.
I come in and I
Just
like
get it dirty.
pat Varkin on the shoulder, and I'm like,
I
"Come on,
grab it-
Batman!" And I like try to move him to the lounge.
I grab onto Blaine's arm more fiercely than I intend. I kind of like start like.
Oh, do you need to roll
hold-
something for it? Do you think you're going to roll something for it?
I hold very tightly. That depends on if there's another howl.
Okay.
I'm just like sort of wincing, but I also don't want to make it like like a thing that is hurting me. I'm like, let's go to the lounge, Batman.
Azara,
Slowly rise up.
slowly rise up. Azara, is that blood I smell? Is that blood? You are hungry. We are hungry. We had him. We had him.
May have fucked up.
Okay, she walks in. She pauses for a few seconds as you rise to get up, and then she continues on walking in. Okay, continue.
I close the door fully this time when everybody's in.
Ajenko, roll me a d10, please.
I let out a deep breath. Just.
/R space d10.
Oh my lord. Rule.
A third howl, another direction. It's as if they're communicating.
I grab more fiercely.
Okay, are you going to roll for this?
I probably should. Would that be a strength?
That would be... Listen, Blaine, you hear that? All of you hear the third howl. I was literally going, if it's odds, no howl. If it's evens, howl. And he's like, 2. I'm like,
Yeah.
shit. You are going to roll...
Me.
No.
I'm gonna roll you.
You're going to roll him. Yeah, just roll me a strength. Listen, he's gripping into you. With the strength. Like, you're like, is my bones breaking? It's not breaking, though, but he's gripping onto you. He's afraid.
This is while I'm leading him to the lounge, right?
Yeah. You all
while
see
I'm
this. He
like-
stopped like, yeah.
Like try and fit my thumb and in underneath his thumb, and I'm like, "Come on, Batman,
Roll me a strength there, please.
let's sit down."
Blaine, roll me opposing strength check there. You need more than 2. Oh.
Understand me?
Oh. You're trying to get your finger in there and it just doesn't give way.
Okay, but he's still following me to the couch, though.
You're
right?
still following him, right?
I walk with him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
But I don't let
I
go.
sit down with him on the couch, and I look at Azara, and I'm help me.
James and Azara. Azara, you've seen the white knuckles before in a previous thing. In a car. James, you see his knuckles, Varkin's knuckles, is white, gripping the arm of Blaine.
What's going on, dude? Why are you so fucking scared?
You can hear a low growl coming from my throat.
Hello?
I have a feeling it might just be like the dogs or whatever it is that's outside. But can someone please come help a little bit here?
Azara, I think you're stronger than me. And while I say that to her, I go grab my chair that's in front of my piece and drag it closer so she can sit down. Because I only have like a 2-seater couch. in this chair.
I walk up to the seat and I sit down and I look at Varkin and I say, Varkin, look at me. And I grab his hand that is over your arm.
I stare at her.
Breathe. I know there's no point, but just focus on the sound of your breathing.
Slowly,
We're
I
gonna talk
open my
about
hand.
this. We're going to talk
There we
about
go.
this in a little bit.
He lets go.
Garu, werewolves. Those were werewolves. They're here.
They're here or they're around the area?
They're here. They know we're here.
Wait, they know we're here?
Are they after us?
I don't know, but they're here. We can't stop them. They are stronger than us.
But what do you? I mean, if they're after us, we need fucking help. We can't take on werewolves.
No, we can't.
Do we try and run?
Why would they be
I
after
don't know.
us?
I don't know.
Okay,
Dude,
let's take it. Let's take a second. Let's breathe. Where would we be safe?
I don't know.
Varkin, now
Yes.
that you've taken the chance to breathe a bit,
Yes.
please roll me intelligence plus academics, or academics intelligence, and your modifier is 1. Now that you've had time to think of it, they're just communicating, telling each other where they are. And it all seems to be focused in the direction of Table Mountain. It's not as if they're surrounding you. For a few seconds, you thought they're surrounding you,
Yes.
but right now, you can tell with your knowledge that they may just be communicating their locations. But maybe for a bit of a meeting. Maybe they're going to meet up tonight for some reason. Maybe they're organizing a hunt. Who knows?
Who knows? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to scare you. They were just communicating.
That's
They-
okay.
How do you know this? Do you understand the owls?
I understand them more than I should. I've been reading up on them for many years now, and I've read up a bit about vampires and the occult and how we work and everything.
So what
I had
do
an
the owls
encounter
mean?
with them. They are meeting up. I think it sounds like it went towards Stable Mountain. It might be for a hunt. It might be just for one of their normal meetings. But I'm sorry. I don't mean to freak you guys out. It's just flashbacks, man. Flashbacks.
No. Don't even worry about it, man.
These guys are bad news. They're vicious.
You scared the shit out of me.
I'm sorry.
Um.
I scared the shit out of me.
Okay. Azara? Am I saying it right? Did you get a strike?
On my phone. Because I've basically not opened my phone. I've just, there's the drop down notification.
Mm-hmm.
You can even open pin locations that way. So I haven't really checked all of them. But I now check and go through my notifications. Do I see a message
Yep.
there?
Strike one.
Yeah. I got a strike.
Okay. So everyone got a strike. Alright.
I
Looks
wonder
like it.
if one of us messes up. Does that count for everyone? Are
I
we?
feel like
I feel like
that's,
it. Sorry, Blaine.
No, I feel like you're right, Fat. But I feel like you're right, James.
Yeah,
they
it's
must be
I don't know.
grouping us. They must be grouping
Yeah.
us for anything that we do.
The reason I think so is because I tried to look up the accident we had last night, and where we had the accident report or the news report says it was only one car.
That they
So
cover it
they-
up.
It
They
looks
must
like
have
they
covered
covered
it
it up
up.
and striked us for it.
I mean, I've got new clothes. I don't even know what they did with the old clothes. So sorry about your jacket.
It's okay. I've
But
got many.
it's pretty obvious that James has a new car.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck to respond to that really.
Yeah, these guys are powerful, you guys.
Okay, listen. All we gotta do is get through the month, and then we're on our own.
Stay low.
Okay. Here's my suggestion, right? If we just gotta stay low, we're gonna need supplies. So Varkin, where did you get those blood sacks?
They gave it to me when I went to the mansion the first time.
Okay.
I asked if I could get something, and then
Well, the only place that I know of, yeah.
I might be able to get us some blood bags.
that'd be sweet.
The question is, has anybody got any money?
I got some funds.
I got
Is
some
that,
funds
is that
as
what they
well.
deal in? Do they deal in money?
It depends on where you get it from. The thing is, where I get it from, you can't really be picky.
I mean, if you gotta eat, you gotta eat. Has
Yeah.
everybody here eaten since we've woken up? I know that myself and Varkin have.
I've got the blood bag that you guys gave me.
Yeah, you still have
Chambers?
Azara. Oh shit. We need to give her something, you
You're
guys.
slightly soft, Zara.
Damn it.
Okay.
Damn it.
I fucked up tonight. I doubted myself. I kind
You
of just
fucked
like
up?
I
Oh.
like leaned forward, and I'm just like, I fucked up.
Like
shit.
strike fucked up, or what happened?
No, I let food get away.
Oh,
I was
shit.
unsure of myself.
Did you
Wait,
hurt the
did you?
food before it got away, or did it just like? Is it something that can be traced back to us and get us a strike?
No, he got away.
Okay.
I guess if we get a strike, we'll like know immediately, maybe.
No, I don't think this will cost a strike. I just
Okay,
fucked
yeah,
up.
and I think
Well,
so. Oh, damn.
Are you
I-
hungry though?
She looks very hungry.
We are fucking hungry.
Do we hear that?
No, that's
No,
her
no.
mind.
Okay.
That's like my inner beast voice.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, I fucking know. Just like,
Yeah,
Out
fighting with
loud.
you guys is not good. We should get her something.
Straight up, you guys, I don't have any cash. But we are gonna need to eat.
Got a bit of a nest egg. Not
And-
much, but
I got
I
like a
forgot to mention this. I still have. Do I still have the phone that I picked up? I mean, it's not useful anymore, but like,
No, you don't.
okay, I don't have it. All right. Oh fuck. Well, I don't have the phone. Not that it's very useful, because apparently everything went according to their fucking plan, which we weren't aware of. So.
Wait, didn't they say we could get food at Lola's?
That was the one time.
uh,
That was
and
just
do
one
we
night
really want to
thing.
go back there?
yeah, that place is no.
The way I see it, if they've covered up everything so well, they won't even know we were there.
Ooh,
What scares me is if we go there and they know and it turns into a whole thing again.
a new strike might. Yeah.
I know it's unnecessary, but I kind of want to find that guy again. Was said guy scared enough to not go back to the victim's meat?
I don't know.
I really want to hunt him down.
I take off like my backpack and I pull out like my laptop. We can maybe like find him Facebook or something.
And in the background,
Yeah.
you still hear howls talking,
I kind of like
going back and
like a
forth.
shiver every time that happens. Like a
There's about 3 or 4 of them that just happened. Here's the scary bit. All of you notice that the one seems closer than normal, than it previously was. Like, you know, when you can
can tell.
like, oh, that one sounds like this, that one sounds like this. There's 3. You can roughly differentiate between 3 of them. And the first one that started the howling is a lot closer now. Like, but it might just be the mountains playing tricks on you as they're moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we okay, Varkin?
I know. I want to get away from yes. This feels
Okay.
wrong.
Okay, let's find this dude.
Do we really want to go out and hunt a person tonight?
I mean, do we really want to sit here with the howlings getting closer?
No. I don't want to be here.
If there's one thing I've learned, like when a guy that is as strong as this dude is scared, we need to move.
Zara needs to eat, so I don't know.
Yeah, she needs to eat, but we don't know how long it's going to take to track down this guy and hunt him. We might just need to get away from here, get her some food so we can just think
see.
clearly without this howling and stuff around us.
I'm for that idea.
And then tomorrow I'll look into getting some blood bag supplies for us.
So where do we get food now?
Would we know sorry, Taylor, do we know of a place that would cater for our kind close, or not close by, but in the opposite direction of where the howl is coming from?
If you look at the map, right?
Yeah.
If you go to Rosebank,
Yeah.
which is right across from the university, that area right across from the university,
Yeah.
the howl is literally coming from that green area, Table Mountain National Park, the howls. Yeah. And the places that cater for you is literally just around the mountain.
On the other
The-
side of the
On
mountain.
the other side of the mountain.
Yeah,
Jesus, that's
Like
a
in the same
fucking-
area that Lola's was.
That is
basically,
a
yeah.
drive and a half.
That's basically. But if you zoom out and you see the two, let me just switch over to the map so that chat can also know what we're talking about. You guys are like Newlands area, Mowbray, because you're in Ronnebosch, right? And the house is coming from this green area, and you know that. What you know, Lola's is between the two green bits over here. Wait. No. You see, I always freaking misplace Lola's. Give me a few. I always misplace her. I think... let me just confirm.
Wasn't there at Long Street?
Yeah, it was here at Long Street about, yeah.
Around the mountain.
Yeah, in between the two mountain bits. It was somewhere here, if
Yeah.
I remember correctly, yeah.
How good is our knowledge of Cape Town, or my knowledge of Cape Town?
This area pretty damn good. Yeah, there's Lola's. Lola's is literally like between the two green bits. And that area, you know, caters for you. So essentially you have to drive around on Rhodes Drive, or Paradise Road, if you will, or on Main Road, and go around the green bit into that area.
Okay, so we know we can get some food near Lola's. I don't want to go to Lola's. I don't want to
Yeah.
take that risk.
Hey,
Let's maybe get a small place near there.
you and that doctor seem like friends. Isn't there maybe... Are you a doctor?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor.
I am not a doctor.
Are you a scientist?
I don't have any degrees.
I know there's a hospital up the road.
Yeah?
They have blood banks.
So you want to break into a hospital?
Maybe we don't have to break in.
Okay, maybe sneaking.
I might know people at the hospital.
Zara,
That
roll me /R space D100. As she rolls, things break. Good.
Sorry, I just smacked something.
Good. Varken,
Yes.
you smell, actually all of you smell wet dog. Number one, you smell wet dog. Number two, at the moment you start smelling it, there's a shuffling outside. On the gravel, on the grass, somewhere, they're shuffling. And
I jump
almost
onto the couch.
immediately as the shuffling stops, you hear from the front door.
What the hell?
Get up.
Hey. I
Big
look at
dog.
Varken, like, I want to know if he's gonna go invisible or not.
Now I'm kind of like leaning forward, like breathing very heavily. Like I have my hands out like this and I'm like staring at them.
Is there something happening to the hands?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
I'll let you know.
I look at Azara, like, kind of like, hey, I'm not opening this door. You're the tough. Listen, Chambers, you seem to be the more intimidating force here.
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh shit! He doesn't have windows near the door.
Is the door
Does
solid
the door
oak?
have a peephole? Yeah, like, is there a window on this door itself?
Yeah. Do you have a
No.
peephole? You don't have a peephole, nothing.
Do
Shit.
you have a chain lock on the door?
No.
Okay, I go towards the door. I'm like, I'll check.
Whoa,
I'll check.
whoa.
Zero, no.
Listen.
Whoa.
Whatever it is, either we find it or it comes to us.
It doesn't need to know that we're here, though.
It already knows.
I look at Vark and is this a werewolf?
I hope not.
Is it-
Or else
listen,
this will
is
get violent.
Silver's the only thing. Is that like the movies?
Yes. And violence. Lots and lots of violence.
I shuffle to my kitchen, draw open a cupboard, and take out a fork. Like a silver fork.
I would like to roll for stealth as I go and check by the door.
Mm-hmm. You can roll. You can roll, let me tell you quickly. Stealth and I'd say dexterity. Dexterity, yeah, stealth, dexterity.
Modifier 0.
Let me just make sure. Let me just get on your page there. Yeah, 0 modifier. Ooh. 4? Okay. You're stealthy.
Okay. I walk up to the door, all stealth-like.
Mm.
I look behind me and I motion for them to not say a word. I look at Varkin specifically, worried.
Yeah. As you get closer to the door, I need you to roll me a wits and awareness, please. Or awareness wits in this case. No bonuses or no modifiers. Oof. As you get closer to the door, you hear what sounds like sort of like, this is what you hear. You hear, and the sound of running. You know what this when dog walks on tiles, that it's very loud, and then it goes softer away from you. So you hear, that's what you hear, and you still hear
In front of the door, clear as day.
clear as day.
Okay. Guys, I'm gonna open the door.
Before you open the door,
Okay.
what is everybody doing?
I'm in a, as she says,
Fork.
because she says that, I stand up. I'm gonna stand up, like I'm getting ready to, because I know how fast I can be. So I'm getting ready to like move, but I'm also grabbing onto Varkin's wrist in case I need to drag him with me.
Varkin?
I am on the couch with my feet on the couch, like in a crouch position, like just with my hands in front of me, staring at my hands, like just, and then looking to Azara, and then just looking at my hands, like controlling my breathing.
Controlling your breathing. Oh, so you want to do something when shit hits the fan.
I want to, but I really don't want to.
Oh,
Want to have to.
I have to.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
would you say you're in two minds about it? Would you say you need to probably roll something to control it, or are you still under control? Is it still under
I'm
control?
still under control.
Okay.
It's if I have to, I have to, but I don't want to.
You don't want to. Okay.
And me
Okay.
grabbing your wrist doesn't. I feel like it may be something up.
Azara says, okay, guys, I'm opening the door.
Before I do that, I still have my backpack with the side pouch, and I just grab my little dagger-like thingy that I carry with me,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kind of hold it like behind my back,
Your little pocket knife, yeah?
and I slowly unlock the door, and I
Okay.
open,
The
and
door
I look outside.
creaks open. And you're met with someone dressed in the typical Catholic priest garb. Slick hair, drawn back. And there's sort of a crumpled paper underneath the ropes that he's tied, like he's tied in ropes, like the whole circular thing around him. And he's like, and this crumpled note, like, in between the ropes and his t-shirt.
I look to see if there's any more wolves around. Do I see anything?
Wolves?
Maybe one running away?
What wolves?
Okay, if anybody else is around or running away.
No one is around. It's eerily quiet. No insects, no nothing. You guys see her open the door, look down, look to the sides. What's happening next, Azara?
I check the paper really quickly to see if
I start
anything
moving
is written on
towards the
it.
door because now she's obviously going out.
No, I'm not out. I'm just
She's
Like,
leaning
here's the
forward.
door.
She's like literally leaning forward and picking something up. Or she's
Yes.
leaning forward.
yeah.
Hmm.
I pick the paper up. I read what it says, if anything at all. But I definitely know who this man is.
A gift. Signed.
I toss
And
the
then at the
paper.
bottom it says gift, and at the bottom it says jock.
Jock,
Jock.
like from Jock.
From Jock, yeah.
Okay.
She tosses a piece of white thing towards you. Like there's something white
Yeah.
flying towards you.
Me.
Towards, like, into the house.
Yeah.
Crumpled piece of white something flying
Hey,
towards you.
because I'm still like set to go. I quickly like just out of reflex grab it out of the air.
I then grab this guy by the ropes that he's bound in, and I kind of like drag him into the house. And I slam the door shut.
She's dragging a bound man again. A second bound man into the house. Looks like a
Second?
priest.
What the
You've
hell?
seen a bound man previously who lost his head,
Oh right.
What the hell?
and then a bound man. Zhenko, the smell of wet dog permeates from Blaine at the moment.
From Blaine.
From Blaine.
Because he has
I
the
point at Blaine and say, "What the hell?" And then I point at the guy at the floor, and I'm like, "What the hell?"
You're looking at the
And
piece
I'm
of
like-
paper. It says a gift, and then dash jock, Jock.
I hand it to Varkin.
I grab the paper.
You
I sniff it.
the smell is on you now.
Ah! I yell and I chuck the paper and I stop like rubbing myself.
James, what do you do?
Ah, dog. Wolf.
Does the man that she dragged in resembles the man that his head got cut off in any way?
No.
Like, not like he's looking the same, but like, so the moment she drags him in, I rush over and I want to like start untying him.
Don't.
What do you mean don't? It's an innocent person.
Dungeon master, storyteller, is this the man from the meeting?
Really innocent, though? Is he really innocent?
Is this the
Crawl
man from the
close.
meeting?
It is.
It
Definitely.
is. He. Do not untie this man.
I
First
sniff in
thing
his
that I
direction.
do-
Does he smell like dog? Like wet wolf?
He does smell a bit like dog, yeah. As if he's been... It's not emanating from him.
Okay, so it's not him, but
It's not
around
him. But it's around him, yeah.
Is
It
this
was
his
stronger
friend?
on the note.
I point at it and scream,
is-
"Wolf fraternizer!"
Do you mean wolf fraternizer? Like,
He
Is
smells
he-
like wolf. He's got wolf all over him.
Okay,
I
calm.
start
And I'd
looking
like-
for his phone if he has
Try and
it
help him
on
to sit down on the couch while she's.
I look at
looking.
Blaine and I'm like, what's happening here?
Sit.
so I just want to like pick him up and put him in against the door so he can sit up straight.
Okay. He's like... He's still bound or gagged.
Should we ungag him?
Okay, Azara,
Yes.
you said I shouldn't unbind.
No.
Why? You gotta tell me why. 'Cause
Oh, wait, he's still
This was
bound.
the
He's still
fuck up.
bound. Okay, sorry.
Yes,
this
he's
was
bound.
Yeah. What?
this is the fuck up that I was talking about.
Okay.
Is it the
but
guy we're searching for?
Yes.
Oh.
This is him.
Even
this is
though we're
convenient.
vampires, we can't hurt innocent people, so you gotta give me more.
He is in sex trade
In the what? In the sex trade.
of children.
Oh my
And you're-
god, he's a
And you're,
monster.
and you're sure about that?
I am sure. I doubt
Of
myself
course,
before.
we're sure.
I'm sure.
I let him go, and I stand up and take a step back from him.
Well, we needed food.
I kneel down and I peel the duct tape off of his mouth. But before I do that, I say, if you scream, I will slit your throat.
Do you try and peel the duct tape gently or quickly?
Quickly.
Quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, one thing you're about to realize is duct tape in real life is not like duct tape, or generally, duct tape in real life is not like duct tape in the movies.
Oh, I know this.
She tells him not to scream. She takes a corner of the duct tape and you see her yank it. And in a moment, you see, when she yanks it away and you see the piece of duct tape that was stuck to his face, there's like meat on the one part of the duct tape, like there, and at the top part. And a bit of extra, like it's sort of like they're connecting. It's sort of like they're connecting, and there's obvious blood. You look towards the guy that she just did that. He's got no lips, and this part of his face has been torn off. And he is screaming. First thing I want you to do is, Zara, you need to roll me a frenzy check, please. You're the
Modifier
hungriest
0.
one. Modifier 0.
Difficulty?
Difficulty 2. Ooh. So, you want me to calm down? I'll calm down.
Just.
But let's feast.
I'm gonna.
What are you guys doing? This guy's screaming blue murder.
I'm gonna leap.
And there's like blood splattering on her face and blood dripping down his like shirt.
I'm gonna leap forward as fast and as hard as I can and knee him in the head.
Hey.
Don't make him unconscious. There's something I
You
need
knee
from
him in the head.
Yeah, to shut him up.
Okay. Again, you screwing plans up. It's okay. I'm kidding. Let's see what you roll here. You're
As
gonna
as he's
have...
sorting out his role.
Yeah? Okay, before he rolls, what do you do? Well, let's just get everybody's action. James?
I want to go, and I'm like, my fucking carpets, and because this guy's bleeding all over, and I want to get him, and I want to drag him to the bathroom. And put him
Oh,
in
so
the shower.
these are opposed. Okay, yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna lunge forward to grab him, maybe try and cover his mouth and drag him to the because they're messing up everything and there's blood everywhere. And
yeah. Now, for those of you who don't know, the blood from this part of the face is very watery. Very watery.
So he's bleeding out.
He's not bleeding out. It's just
Okay, good.
it's one of
It's
those
not
cases like it's a
strong
crap
blood.
ton of blood out of this small of a wound. It seems it's not a ton of blood. It just looks like a ton of blood.
Okay, good.
Varkin,
Yeah.
what do you do? I need to figure out the people now. Yeah, what do you do, Varkin?
I'm waiting. I want to see what happens. This is quite exciting.
Okay, you're waiting. So I would like to know your dexterity points, please, because we need to put this in order.
Mine.
3.
No,
Oh,
the
waiting.
people acting. Yeah,
Doing stuff.
Blaine
4.
is 3. James, you're
I'm
2.
2.
And Zara,
4.
are
But
you
I've
4?
also got. If you have a look underneath my
I
discipline.
know you've got that and you want to use that, right?
Yeah.
There's just one thing that I need from this man. Just one.
Food.
I'm
And he
not. I'm
doesn't-
not.
No, okay,
I'm not
well, 2
doing
then.
it to kill him. I'm not doing it to kill him.
He
I'm doing
needs
it
to be
to just-
conscious. He's gonna need his hands, not his mouth. I don't give a fuck what he says.
Okay, because of your second power, you're on 2 decks, right? You're on 3, Blaine.
He's on 3, yeah.
Yes, this is fucking... We're gonna have to do it this way. I need both Azara, because James is acting last. Both Azara and Blaine to just roll decks. Because of that one thing, you're on her level of decks, so you're equal, sort of.
Okay.
Because you just...
Attribute?
So no modifier, just dexterity. Just roll it for me, both of you.
But according to my first power, I should automatically pass this.
This is not that sort of dex check.
okay.
Yeah.
And there's no second attribute,
No second attribute, no.
no modifier.
No modifier. Dude, what do you want to do, Azara? What's your movement?
Well-
Not talking, what's your movement? You already told him, listen, we've got him, and what do you want to do? Because it's now movement based. Blaine is going to move straight after you. His movement is going to go off. So what do you want to do? Are you trying to shield him? Are you trying to pull him out of the way?
Trying to push him out of the way, maybe.
Push
I
him
need
out
him
of...
conscious
You need him conscious. You push him out of
for
the
a
way.
little while longer.
Okay.
But I'm covering his mouth, so I'm kind of like shoving him to the floor. I guess.
Shoving him to the floor. So you're trying to hit his head in general with your knee, Blaine.
Mm-hmm.
So you go and you see, again, that one skill of yours. You see her do something. And you react just in time to still to connect. But this time, her hand is in the way. Zara, could you please take 1 superficial damage? Your hand is kind of fucked.
Okay, where do I put that? Health.
So it's health, and you click it until you get just the slash.
Got it.
Right. And as you do that, James, I guess you're grabbing him by the feet at least. Or you're
I'm
trying
grabbing
to...
wherever I can
you,
fucking
you
grab
grab
him.
whatever piece is available. This guy gets knocked back. He is unconscious. He gets... Because it's literally like she's trying to push him away. Or just away from you. You connect. And not only the connection with his face, but he bumps his
Yeah.
head against the wall. So it's like... "Ba-doo-doo." That's what you hear. "Ba-doo-doo." And he goes limp. And James is like, as he's falling, James is grabbing him. Man, and you're pulling James. Azara is on top of him. Are you lying on top of him, Azara? Or just like sort of
No,
like
no.
positioning? So if James pulls, he can pull him
Yeah,
out from
I'll help
underneath
him.
you.
Yeah. Yes. No, he
Yeah.
can move him. I just needed him conscious. I don't care where they move him to. But I'm also like, fuck, Blaine.
Larkin, what are you thinking of?
Just an interjection.
I don't even know what to think. This is... I want to help someone, but I don't know what. So I'm just like standing there. It's like,
Okay.
oh,
Yeah.
While I grab onto him and start dragging him, you just hear me, motherfuckers, and
Blaine, you've connected a solid thing. Your knee is slightly throbbing, but it's okay. There's
But-
no...
I realized what happened, so I didn't try to land on my feet, so I just fell like flat on my ass, like just eyes on Azara, like fuck.
fuck.
Okay.
I need him conscious.
I'm sorry.
Is my hand broken? What's the damage?
It's just you can't
Sprained.
use your hand. It's just sprained. I mean, it's literally if you can feed, you can probably sort it out.
Yeah. Okay, got
Yeah.
you.
Well, that's the feeling you get.
Yeah.
And you drag him to the bathroom, James.
Yeah, I'm
Follow.
gonna put him in the shower and I'm gonna fucking open it up.
I'm just gonna sit there and watch them leave. I'm gonna make sure that she's not coming
Yeah.
back.
I get up. I get up and I just kind of look at Blaine like,
There's a trail of blood over the carpets, leading away from you to the bathroom.
One of James's shit just gets.
It's about yay thick trail being like dragged because he's lying and it's like dripping off, and his head is like.
halfway to the bathroom. Do I just kind of like try to?
Okay, so it doesn't lead completely retcon. It doesn't lead completely to the bathroom. She's trying to at least help.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The
Don't
stench of-
worry, it's fine,
stench
James.
of
Your
blood
fucking carpets are gonna be fine.
is in here.
I have something. Just
I look at Varkin like trying to see should I move.
I'm like, that looked very cool, dude.
why always my fucking shit? My fucking carpets.
James.
What the fuck?
James, just get him into the fucking bathroom. I have something for your carpets. Just shut up, please, please.
What do you?
We need
Are
need
you
him
a
away.
cleaner now?
I'm in there.
I work in a bar. I'm used to getting blood off my shirt.
I'm not gonna get up properly, but I'm gonna crawl over through the passageway and like stick my head in the bathroom and be like, "Are we eating?"
I kind of go closer as well, and I like look in. It's like, what's happening?
It's like the whole Scooby Doo thing. Yoink, yoink.
like, like it's
And I look at my hand. I just look at Blaine. I'm like, I will deal with you later. Just wait.
There's now one
like
wet.
cower out.
You cower out. There's one wet, what you think is a Catholic priest, and a shower. The shower is raining down on him. The water is falling down on him, and it's that whole water and blood mixing. Almost said minging. Water and blood mixing and going down like into the drain. And is it cold? Hot water? What water is this?
No, I just opened the cold water.
You just open
Because I
cold
wanna
water. You
wake him
want to
up.
wake
like
him up.
burn him.
Yeah.
You want to wake him up. What's your hunger at, James, again?
2.
Two. Didn't you? Were you
Oh
on
no,
3?
I was
You
drinking.
feed,
No, I
yeah,
was
yeah.
on 2, and I
Now
drank
you're
the
on
blood.
1. Just make sure to
Yes.
change it, because if you don't change it and you roll, I'm going to accept those blood dice,
Yeah.
your hunger dice, as natural, and we're going to roll with it.
Yeah, sorry, we've been role playing since.
Yo, stuff's been happening.
After a few minutes,
I slap him like.
he comes close, like, okay, now you're slapping him. Now in this whole... So you're slapping him.
Well, not
Probably
hard,
not hard,
obviously, but
like
like.
It's like that,
Yeah.
like just like
Yeah.
you're slapping him, and every time your hand touches, like every time it's like that,
Yeah.
you feel underneath your fingers a bit of grinding, like either bones shifting or teeth shifting
God damn
Or-
it, Blaine.
or something, and you're slapping him like a couple of times, and you realize, but you held your hand over his mouth to stop him from screaming, and Blaine's knee basically hit there. So it broke his nose / some teeth were knocked loose.
Okay.
This guy eventually comes back and immediately starts wailing again. Immediately. But this time it's more.
Okay. I climb. Okay, the shower.
And
Is the shower kind of like a bath? Is the shower like a bath?
It's a cubicle shower.
Okay, and the water's still running. I get into the shower. I kneel down on top of him and I grab him by the chest and I say, "Hush."
He's in pain.
I know he's in pain.
He's a
Be a
mortal. He's not gonna hush. He's in pain.
I scream and eat him.
No, wait, guys, don't fucking eat him in my apartment.
She's hungry. Just let her eat.
Okay, she can feed, but she does it cleanly. She can't just go fucking ripping people apart in my apartment. I'm gonna have to explain that.
Just jick it all
Okay.
away.
Okay.
Jick it
Okay.
all
Okay.
away.
Okay.
She knows to clean.
Listen. I turn to this guy in the shower, this pastor creep fuck. I just need one thing from you. Two. But one that's really important. I need you, because I know that you're in the sex fucking trade. I need you to write down your contacts, the people who communicate with you, and get you your product. And I look to James and I'm like, pen, paper, now, please.
He looks at you. Like you're saying this. In your mind, you're telling him, listen, I need this from you. And the actual scene is... And
God
you
fucking-
see him immediately recognize some words you say. And he looked around. He looks around him. And he puts in more effort to scream. And it's loud. Do you
he
have
knows he's
double glazed
fucked.
windows, James? Or is your
Sorry?
windows... Are your windows normal? Normal windows as in we know windows? Or is it
It's
double
normal
glazed?
windows with it's normal windows with darkened curtains.
Okay, that's all I need to know. He continues on screaming.
Just,
We need to
just
silence
shut
him.
him up. Just shut him up.
Gag
Okay.
him like he needs
Yeah.
his hand to write, not his face.
Yeah. James, do you have something
sock.
that I can wrap? No, you can't stuff something in
Oh,
his mouth. How
Hey, he
much
had a
is it?
gag though, so let's just put the gag back on.
Yeah, duct tape. God damn
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Duct
I,
tape is full of blood. It's not
Lip.
going to stick.
Do you have
I
more duct
just-
tape?
I run into where I usually sleep. There's like clothes lying on the bed, grab a t-shirt
Yes.
and just like roll it up and press
Yeah,
it
just-
over his mouth.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you again.
So
You can either die now or die later. It's all dependent on how loud you scream.
are you holding him? So he's got like a piece of clothing in his mouth, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
what I
just
did, I
over.
took the t-shirt and like tied it behind his head.
Yeah.
So it's over his mouth, behind his head.
Over his mouth, not inside.
Over his mouth.
Yeah.
His semi-open
So-
mouth with no lips.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's why.
Like-
That's why not inside. Otherwise, he would probably scream further.
So it's just like covering over, like it's not
Sort of
you know,
like
when
the
you give
duct
his
tape, but
rep-
in clothes form and t-shirt form.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
clove for him.
Yeah,
And clothed form. Okay.
he can't. If he had teeth, he can't bite down on it.
Like, oh,
You feel something shift, something grinding as you tie it around his neck, around his face. And
I look at Azara.
he's
and
like,
what a-
wait, he's like,
Hey, Zara. Zara, I've got a cool idea. Check his pocket for a phone. We can probably use that to get his contacts.
I already checked.
his wet phone.
Oh, yeah. Put it in
No,
rice.
no. I think I already checked at the door, and there was.
Oh, he doesn't have a phone.
another
Put it in
door.
rice. That shit doesn't work. Barkin.
I've done it once.
You put the phone in rice and it worked.
Yeah.
Then it
It's
was
okay.
working before you put it in the rice.
No,
Yeah.
my fucking god.
Okay. Okay. This is not.
I step
I-
back. I step back. I step back.
I said bite him. He's
Okay.
a bastard. He's
So
a bad
I'm
man.
gonna turn around to Zara and say, okay, listen, I will let you talk to him now again. Just don't fucking slaughter him.
there's
I
blood,
can't make any promises. I'm sorry.
there's blood, time to feed.
can't
I think you
promise
should
that.
have a bite.
At
Just
this,
a little
If you want
bite
to
is
slaughter
Zara.
him, we
Barkin,
can put him
for
in
the
a
love
car
of
and
God.
take him to your place.
at this moment in time,
No.
At this moment in time, I'm going to do something I almost never do. At this moment in time, her eyes glaze over
Oh shit.
and she leans in. Listen, you've tried to placate the beast.
Yeah.
You tried for a long time. More than an hour, as a matter of fact. And then you let the food go away.
Yeah.
So how do you feed? Do you want me to explain, or do you want to explain how you feed on him?
I want you to explain.
Okay. You hear a grunt. Who of you are watching this? James, you're still
I'm
in
in
the
the hallway.
bathroom.
I'm still in the
I'm
bathroom
watching.
with her.
I'm
Yeah.
just
You're
looking
watching.
in.
You're watching.
Yeah.
Now, you do recognize these signs. You've been fighting them for a long time. You do recognize some of these signs. And on Azara's side, she leans in and still trying to gag him. You push a little bit because I'm seeing your strength here. You push a little bit too strong. And you, Blaine, hear bones crunching.
Oh.
And you bite into him, Azara. You see this, James, like his face caves in a little bit. And she starts drinking. Now, here's the big thing, Azara. Will you be able to still try and keep him alive? Or do you want to get rid of him?
I'll do some background research on him later.
You've got to make the choice now. Are you feeding him dry?
Feeding him dry.
You're feeding him dry. She continues on drinking. Varkin,
Yes.
you know there's a price. You know there's a price.
Oh no.
It's a price. I'm just
I
kind of
like-
shaking my head. It's like, oh no.
There is a
As-
price, yeah?
Step back through the doorway, like now I'm going completely into the passage, so I don't see anything,
Mm-hmm.
and like start dry heaving.
Like those cats.
It coughs up a hairball. I'm just shaking my head. Oh no.
Who of you has got the whole innocent shall not be hurt? Okay. James, you're allowing this to happen?
I'm trusting Azara that he's a
Okay, you're trusting her.
child predator.
Azara, you're on hunger 0.
Okay.
But you have taken a knock to your humanity. You're one step closer to the beast.
So I X.
You
On
make
hunger.
it
And
an, a stain, you make it 1 stain, so it's just the slash.
Slash.
Yeah,
Oh,
just the
take it
slash.
away.
No, not yeah. Click on one humanity until it becomes a slash.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of like slowly walk in with my hands like ready, and I just look at her and I ask, "Are you still you? Did you give in to the worm? Is the beast ruling you?"
You're fed, you're happy. And the voice is quiet. There's no more voice.
I'm fine.
Are you sure, Zara? Is that you?
I'm fine.
I lower my hands. Okay.
I just sit there on the floor like I fell backward when she went for him. I was sitting there like, I wash my hands of you. I fucking wash my hands of you.
Do you
I like
truly
crawl
though?
in. I stick my head in the door again, and I can like visibly like more white from feeling nauseous, but at the same time I'm like, did she leave any for anyone?
No. Okay, you guys need to understand. You're like fresh to this. This is what happens if you don't eat. This was not her fault. This is the beast. This is the worm. This is what's inside all of us.
Sorry.
We are animals. This is gonna happen to us if you don't eat. I pointed the guy and I'm like, this was not her. The animal took over. The beast, the worm, the monster. It becomes you.
I'm kind of just like sitting there at this point after I've moved back, and I'm just kind of like sitting there catatonic almost. Just.
As he mentions this whole thing about the beast and everything, James and Blaine. We need to let the dice decide.
Okay.
Each of you, roll me a humanity.
Humanity.
Humanity at the bottom, yeah.
No modifiers.
No modifiers. James,
Yeah.
you're good. You don't get a stain. Why don't you get a stain? Do you trust Azara enough?
I have heard a lot about Catholic priests. And when she was speaking about letting this guy, previously she spoke about letting a guy go that she shouldn't have, where she fucked up. She spoke with conviction. So when
Okay.
she said there's this guy, I truly trusted her.
Okay. Blaine, was this guy really a bad guy?
I don't think he cares.
You don't think he cares? Okay. Blaine, you take a stain on your humanity.
But why?
Through your inaction, could you have prevented this?
I don't feel I would have.
Are you afraid that you're going to turn into that one day? Into what she became?
Not really. I don't really understand it yet.
Okay. You don't understand.
Now
it yet.
I'm
So you're thinking
confused.
that because you don't understand it yet, you're still okay. You've
Well,
convinced
according
me.
to
You've
according
convinced.
to what I know,
Yeah.
there's 4 different types of vampires.
Mhm.
So that's probably just something that her vampire's affected by.
But isn't this guy innocent? Don't you think he was innocent?
I don't think it would bother me.
Don't you think it would bother you? Okay. The storyteller will remember that. You can remove that stain. You can make it normal humanity again. But the storyteller
was
will
this
remember
guy-
that.
I am so confused.
Wait, what? You saying, is it just the guy?
It was supposed to be yes, this was the guy. But now
Wait, are you fucking doubting yourself now?
Dungeon Daddy. Oh.
What do you mean is this the guy?
Just letting you know, Azora,
Yes.
the thing that you're looking for and people to feed, he had it.
Yeah.
It was
Good.
definitely, yeah.
Good.
But you
Never mind,
killed
I'm good.
you killed someone.
Okay.
Even if they deserved it, you killed them. Okay, now that we've got the moral stuff out of the way, what do you guys do next? There's a dead corpse semi-drenched in water. Well, totally drenched in water. A dead corpse. Like a dead.
A dead corpse.
A corpse
Yeah, a
that's
dead
dead. There's a
Are you sure
corpse.
the corpse is dead?
A dead guy.
Have I witnessed? I'm trying to think back. Have I witnessed Blaine's psychopathic cleaning abilities?
No. Wait. No.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
So we need to clean this up, you guys, and
I'm-
get rid
I'm
of the
gonna-
body.
I'm gonna first grab the towel off the rack, and I'm gonna go and put it around Azara's shoulders. I'm gonna say,
Hello?
Varkin. I'll look at James
What
like,
the fuck?
What? Oh shit!
We heard some
guys.
screaming coming from inside. Is everything
Oh
okay?
shit!
Yeah,
Blaine.
can I not scream in my own house?
Someone quickly punch me in the face.
no.
Okay,
He punches me.
punch him.
Don't.
Are you're taking it? You're not soaking it. You're just
taking
taking it.
I immediately
taking
knows
it.
he
I'm like,
wants
oh.
to take the blame for the blood on the floor, so I'm punching him.
Okay, so I run outside.
Okay.
Like
okay.
my nose
There's-
bleeding.
There's this. Now, again, for those of you who don't know anything about South Africa, and we've got South Africans here, they will back me up. There's a colored dude standing in front of you. It's like, Jere, nee, what the fuck happened? Jesus, is it you that screamed?
No, this fucking dwarf. He cheated on. He was trying to get my girl.
I'm
Your,
closing the
your
bathroom
girl,
door.
Melanie.
Yeah, he's taking her, and then he wanted to take her, and I said nay, on me, and then he punched me in my face.
Jere, let me come in and sort him out with you. He can't take you.
The fucker jumped out the window. He ran that way. Get him.
Jere! And he
fucker.
runs and he takes out, you don't know where he kept this knife. He takes out a knife and a phone in the other hand and he starts phoning people and he runs to the direction you pointed him to.
Okay, I kind of like just get like a thing and I put it against my nose and I close the door. It's like,
And as you
okay.
close the door, yo, puss, you hear in the background.
I'm just saying, James is fucking laughing. Struggling not to fucking laugh. As he hears this fucking guy, he knows the statue, just go, you denier!
I like the fact that Varkin literally went from, I'm an erudite, is it erudite? I'm a learned man to I'm a colored capey. I'm from Cape Town. I speak the lingo.
Yeah, it's like
Good one.
just kind of shock, and it's like if you hang around people a lot enough, you will pick up things. You know how to deal with people when they're weird like that.
So what do you do next?
Do I hear everything quiet down again?
Everything quiets down again. There's a couple of cars like driving quickly past your house, past the house, but that's okay.
Okay, so I've held Zara like up, and I'm like trying to get her a bit dry with the towel around her shoulders. I'm like, just go through to the lounge. I'll clean up here.
Are you accepting this, Azara?
Yes, I accept. I get up.
There's blood. What's the color of the hoodie that you're wearing?
Well, red. Previous one was blue, but we got changed into new clothes. So
Okay. So this is slightly more red. Slightly more red.
I walk out, but like absent-mindedly just take off the hoodie. Wait, am I wearing anything?
If you were to normally wear anything underneath, you would be wearing anything underneath. So
We'll stick with undergarments.
she's got undergarments.
I
She's
kind
just
of
walking
like,
in.
toss the thing,
Var, can you
and
see
I take
this?
the towel with me.
And she's sitting. What do you
You
guys do?
keeping a towel with you though, right?
Yeah, that's the towel. Yeah.
This towel
like
is stained with
Christmas.
blood. Nothing you can do about it.
I like literally laughing at trying to see, like, you know, when you get so stressed out that stuff just makes you
Stop
laugh
laugh,
uncontrollably.
Yes.
So I'm on the floor, I'm like, push myself up. I go to Bark and like, I'm sorry I hit you, buddy. I knew what you were going, what you wanted to do.
It's like, no man, that was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Hey,
it
James.
felt cool until I hit you.
No, it's okay. I've been hit
Yo,
a lot
nai.
of times. Thank you.
That was funny.
I'm like, you can hear me calling from the bathroom. James,
Yeah.
can you bring me? You got some cleaning stuff? Let me start.
I
sorting
got
things out.
handy.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
I open my cupboard doors underneath my sink, take out a bottle of white handy, and just give it to him.
Do you have, like, absent-mindedly, like, do you have Vim and bleach by any chance under your sink?
I have handy.
Hey, Varkin, do you want to come and help
Yeah.
me with this?
Oh yeah.
You
Like,
know-
when you walk into the bathroom, I'm like lifting the carcass. I guess it is now.
Oh yeah, the thing. It's like, oh, we should dump that somewhere. I've not done this before. I've only watched the movies.
James,
Yeah.
could you roll me
Yeah.
intelligence and academics. No bonuses.
Okay. Intelligence, academics.
Yes. Do you want to use your willpower to re-roll? 1, 2. You can roll up to 3. Re-roll up to 3.
Okay, I will use my willpower. How do I do? I just click reroll on the.
No. You.
Oh, I actually don't do
WP,
willpower reroll.
You need to do a willpower re-roll. This is kind of
So
important.
it's the. Yeah. I clicked it. And it's asking me how many dice. I can reroll 3 dice.
You can re-roll up to 3. Remember, 6 and above is a success. So any dice under 6, up to a maximum of 3 dice, you can re-roll.
Okay, I'm rerolling it.
Okay, you can choose
Yeah.
cleaning or disappearing.
Disappearing.
Disappearing. Thanks to your research into things, you know you have the proper equipment to dissolve a body.
Okay. Guys,
Now, I don't know what the proper stuff is, but you've got it. You can make it up as you
So-
go along.
I go in my computer desk. It has a drawer and then a cupboard just underneath it. Underneath the drawer, there's like a small cupboard. Open it up, and I remove a bunch of chemicals. So, guys, I know how we can remove this body, and I.
Yeah.
How
Fuck,
does
I'm
she know
gonna
how
do-
to get rid of a body, huh?
I've been. I watched Breaking Bad.
I'm
That's
Kind
gonna,
of sit there and
real?
I'm like,
because I'm
You can
holding the
do
thing
that.
with Varkin. I'm like, okay, cool. He's all yours.
Okay, hold
And,
him. It's like,
I start
So,
going
we
for
need-
the cleaning.
We can't dissolve him. He needs to lie in this mixture. So we're gonna need like a barrel or something, or we're gonna have to chop up his parts and dissolve it in the sink. But we can't just throw it over him and it dissolve.
oh, shit. How did they do it in Breaking Bad?
They had a barrel made from a specific material.
Plastic? Some sort of plastic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with plastic.
acid
Like a
doesn't dissolve.
polymer, plastic polymer?
Where do we get that?
Macro?
Are they still open at this hour?
No.
Can we order one online? Will it be here tomorrow? I don't know.
All I know is we need to lie him into this liquid.
While they're having this chat in the bathroom, I'm like around their feet, super fast, wiping, spraying.
Can we do it in the bathtub maybe? Would
In Breaking Bad, it dissolves the bathtub.
Oh shit.
By the way, I know what we need. I'm just playing dumb so they don't ask too many questions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no, that's cool. That's cool.
James, where's your washing machine?
I don't have a washing machine.
What?
The f-
Oh, you take it to
I-
the cleaners.
I just take it to the cleaners down the street.
I do the same.
I never had this much blood on my clothes. I didn't need like to be sneaky.
Azara. Azara, could you check your Discord in a few?
James, where's your room? Let's put something warm on Chambers.
My room is right here by the bed.
Okay, I'm gonna
Like,
go through
my-
to the
okay,
lounge
so let
and-
me just explain. My whole apartment's like one room. There's a room in the back, but it's got like books and boxes and stuff in. And then the bathroom and the rest of the house is one room with a bed and a couch and everything in that one room.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go through to the lounge and like say to Azara, come, let's go put some clothes on you.
Hold on.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. Continue. I follow him absent-mindedly, kind of, not in a daze, but in thought.
She's deep in thought and she follows you.
Deep in thought.
She's not listening to me, but I'm like, if there's one thing I learned from that pink-shirted poppy, it's how to dress a woman. So like fling open, and she's not listening to me. I'm just rambling on like, and I'm like showing shirts to her, and I'm like, okay, not that one. Okay.
So while they're doing this, I'm on the
Take this one.
computer. While they're busy distracted, I'm on the computer ordering Teflon barrel, next day delivery.
I
I'm like
gave
it-
you an answer.
I'm like getting black refuse bags and like I'm like wrapping them around the body. Like doing a very bad job about it, like wasting a lot of bags, but kind of just trying to do something.
Okay, where am I at this point?
Sitting somewhere in James's room while I'm showing you clothing, trying to get your attention.
Okay, I might know a guy that can take care of this, actually. So we can
The-
stop wasting time on it.
Clothing?
No, this body.
Okay.
might know a guy.
Varken? And I like stick my head out the door and I'm like shouting, go Varken.
He's busy, so you're busy wrapping up the body.
I'm wrapping up the body quite
So
nicely,
you're just
like a
doing it.
prison.
There's like 3 or 4 black bags at the top, kind of looking like bunny ears, but he's just wrapping. He's just busy wrapping.
Yeah.
Do you wanna come in here quickly?
Okay.
I think we have something.
Okay.
But, like before he gets there, I like throw a big red T-shirt at you.
at me.
No, at
Oh,
Azara.
okay. I was about to say, it's like, okay, yeah.
So, I know this guy, and he kind of owes me a favor, and he could take care of this. We can't waste our time on ditching this fucking body. Like,
Oh, thank God that big, yo, because this is weird.
he could take care of this for us, and then we just don't have to worry about it. It's the least I could do. The mess I made.
But he's cool though. He's cool. He won't be a snitch. He won't.
No.
Okay.
I just need to call him and
And maybe put some clothes on. And I'm like trying to pull my hand in front of Varken's eyes.
I'm like looking at him. It's like, what?
Fine. Don't throw my fucking hoodie away. I like that hoodie.
Yeah, we can
I
always
was just
wash
gonna
it.
wash it.
Omo is the
Pull
bomb.
out my phone
Okay.
and I call a number by the name of Charlie.
Charlie. It's a man, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I phone him. Phone rings. Does he pick up?
He picks up. Hi. Zora?
Hey man, listen, I know it's been a while, but do you think I could point in on that favor?
Oh, the
And
favor?
I need you to not ask questions.
Okay.
I have a body.
He's a bit quiet. It's a moment of silence. Okay.
And we discussed the favor that you would be doing for me. You owe me, man. I really need this favor from you. Can you
Okay.
help me? We need to get rid of it.
Drop me a location. I'll be there ASAP.
Thank you. Okay. I'll WhatsApp you. And then I hang up.
You drop the
Text him with
location.
the location.
Now, I need you to roll me a d10. But before you do, you've got 2 choices.
Uh-huh.
It all comes down to the same thing.
Okay.
Either choose odds or evens, or choose high or low. If you choose odds or evens, whatever you chose you want to roll that. If you choose high or low, whatever you chose, you want to roll that.
Do I have to choose both? Like
No, you
both
choose
an odd and
either-
even number?
you
Or can I
chi-
just
Yeah.
Okay.
Choose between even odds and evens or high or low.
High.
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 Okay. Roll me a d10, please. Good Lord, you're lucky. Good Lord. Good Lord.
Thank you, dice gods.
James, what are you
Thank you,
doing?
Dice.
So I ordered polyethylene. Sorry, polyethylene and
Polyethylene, yeah?
Poly-
Let's just call it that. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm going to assume you know. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a barrel
Mm.
to be delivered tomorrow at the house.
Mm.
So guys, just turn around and go, guys, I got a barrel. It's gonna come tomorrow. Gonna put this guy in there.
You don't need to worry about that.
Oh, yeah, Zara figured something out.
I just,
Oh,
I
Zara
found
figured
it out.
something out?
You can
Yeah,
use
sorry.
the barrel for something else though now. Like that's pretty cool.
We're
Actually.
probably gonna have more bodies.
Not at my fucking house.
As James walks in the room, I like quickly put my other hand up in front of his eyes as well, and I look at his arm like, "Put some clothes on."
Dude, I'm not completely naked, and we're all fucking grown people here.
I just dug under his hand.
Grown.
You try to be
Oh, dude.
Okay,
stealthy
so-
with that, but it didn't work.
I look at Vark and I'm like, dude, so we killed a guy here tonight. We got werewolves sniffing around my house. And we got a colored guy with a fucking knife knocking on my door. Can I maybe
gets
crash at
weird.
your place?
Oh shit! I'm gonna need more couches. Okay, yeah.
I mean, I can sleep on the floor. I don't know how these werewolves knew where I live.
We
But-
are going to have to leave for the night. Well,
Yeah, can we? Yeah, can we just leave these
Wait,
werewolves?
is somebody else coming into my house?
they're coming, but don't worry, you can trust them.
I start
Yeah, but-
locking my cabinets.
Do we just leave, or do we wait
Should
for
we
them
go?
to get here?
We need to wait.
Oh, okay.
He won't
We wait.
much longer.
So I turn my PC off. I lock my cabinets.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna grab one of the black bags and put Azara's hoodie inside the black bag. I don't know if James took his off.
Azara?
I
Azara?
think they're here.
That's him. That's him.
That was
Okay.
think
quick.
I think
Holy
it's
Give
for
me a sec.
you.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna open up, okay?
About 10,
Everybody?
15 minutes
And I
past.
look at her like, fine, don't put clothes on.
Still quite fast. If I don't look close.
He's an old friend. Trust me, it's not gonna matter to him. Okay, so I go to the door and I open up for him.
You open up for him. What does Charlie look like?
Charlie has like surfer dude brown curly hair that comes like, like just to maybe till the bottom of his neck.
Mm.
And he's just got a regular t-shirt and shorts and flip-flops on. Well, not flip-flops today, but
Okay.
khakis.
The person standing next to Charlie. Exact opposite dressed as Charlie.
Okay.
He's got a black undercoat with golden buttons, black pants, and he is carrying a bag. One of the two bags. Charlie is carrying one and he's carrying one. And they're like, Charlie's like, okay, where do we need to go?
He's in the bathroom. Thank you, man, for this.
Are you sure you can be able to clean this? And he looks down on the floor. It's like, best thing to do is rip out the carpet.
He
I
really
look
wants
at
to
him
keep
like,
the
I
carpet.
did my
What-
best, okay? And I like stomp
What-
off.
Who's gonna pay for this? Who's gonna pay for new carpets?
Hold on. If you can do anything to save the carpet, do that. Listen, if somebody asks, we can always blame it on a nosebleed, right?
Yeah,
Should
he
I
did
pu-
punch me. So
Should
it's
I
okay.
punch Varkin again?
No, no.
No, I'm just kidding, Varkin. I won't.
Oh, I was about to say I can bleed more probably.
Listen,
If you want me to bleed a little bit more.
Charlie, if you can save the copper, please do. I was just the least that I could do. I cause a bit of trouble.
I mean, I guess I can. If you can't, I can just like get small carpets and just fucking patch it over. Just get it out of my house, please.
Okay. And you point Charlie in the direction. Where's the body at the moment?
In the bathroom, in the shower.
The
Or
bathroom
did you
in the
guys
shower.
move it?
Did you move it? Where did,
Farkin was wrapping it.
where
Yeah,
did you
I was
wrap it,
wrapping it.
Varkin?
He's still in the
Oh,
shower.
there where it was in the shower.
Shower. Okay.
Yeah.
So Charlie walks ahead, and the person behind Charlie adjusts his undercoat, onderbikey.
I nod to him.
No. And as he adjusts it, Varkin, I need you to roll me. I need you to roll me
I will roll you.
because you notice something. You will roll me.
Did you not hear him speak to the colored bra? He will fuck you up.
That colored guy.
Gonna stab you.
He's running around in the streets like chasing guys. I hope they don't
He's-
fight someone.
He's
and
probably
stab some
fucking
bro.
beating up
Oh my
another
God,
guy.
dude.
Some random guy walking around the street is like, hey,
Okay,
how you
so if he comes back and tells you like we found a guy, he's gonna come back probably to ask questions or
doing?"
you
I
know.
say, oh, is this the one? Is this the guy? I found this dude. Is he?
It's like, yeah, sure, I
So,
guess.
I mean, what will happen if we leave? Your friends are here, Zara, and this colored guy comes back.
They can handle it. They can handle it.
Okay.
The guy that adjusts his thing, his
Yeah.
onderbikey, will definitely handle it. And he smiles. So,
What do I need to roll? Wait, I'm
Varkin, you
confused.
don't need to roll. What you're seeing now,
Oh, okay.
what you're seeing
Okay,
on
cool.
his hand, is an intricately tattooed cross.
I kind of like just pull back.
Do you want to spend a willpower to push through it?
Yes.
You're going to spend a willpower to push through it. Okay. And do you think the others would notice you like, and then like, okay, I'm focused?
Probably if they look at me, they will notice.
Who's looking at Varkin at the moment?
I'm stomping around the room just straightening things because I'm pissed off about the comments about the cleaning.
I'm looking at Charlie,
Zara,
so I'm not looking at Morgan.
I'm not looking at Balkan.
you're not looking at Varkin. Varkin, as you do this, you need to roll me, as you use the willpower, so you just need to take it away.
The roll a willpower.
Yeah. You... Oh, I see that, Fat Exorcist. I do see that. No, you don't need to... No, sorry. You don't need to roll willpower. I'm so
I
sorry.
don't roll. I just spend one. Do I make it a cross, a slash, or
Make
just
it
like
make it a
one?
slash.
Okay.
No. You spend one, so you need to remove it completely.
It's
Just
gone,
keep in
okay.
mind that you've got that one available. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So you can either put a cross in it, meaning that it's not there, and the moment you get it back, you can just fill it in. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
I need you to roll me a wits and awareness. Wits.
Ooh, me.
Yes, that's what I wanted you to
Okay.
roll. Sorry, I was thinking
Oh,
about
that's
willpower,
the- oh,
reading
it's-
something from Fat Exorcist, and I'm like, willpower this, and yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. What's an awareness? There you go.
Okay, you don't notice anything. Unless you want a willpower reroll.
No, I want to get away from this guy.
Okay. And he adjusts and he moves ahead. Now, for those of you, who was the person? I need everybody to roll me. We need to sort of do a memory check here. I'm trying to help you out here. Everybody roll me. I think it's just intelligence.
Roll intelligence.
Yeah, just intelligence.
You don't want, not wits. You don't want to do wits.
No, just intelligence. Okay, Varkan, remember this. You're number one. Next one. James, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Next one.
Forget about it.
Oh, I'm above James. I think we rolled same time.
Okay, you can also forget. Wait. I'm scrolling on the wrong thing. Give me a few seconds. I'm using
Got
the
it
cheat
too.
sheets. Okay, cool. Azara, forget about it. James, forget about it. Varkan, you remember, and Blaine.
Just
Whenever you were at Lola's, you bumped into someone. Someone bumped into someone. Do you remember who? As you were exiting?
Pick me.
you remember as
James,
well.
like-
So you remember, Blaine?
Yeah.
What happened exactly? Can you tell me?
When we were leaving at one point, he was the younger one that almost bumped into James. And he was sitting at the table that I jumped on top of.
Oh, the guy that came in. Oh, yes. Yes, I remember that, yeah.
He was one of the guys with the notebook.
Do you tell them this? Do you
Um,
tell them this?
Yeah, I look at Varkan and
I kind of look back at you.
Azara, you followed
frowning.
them to the bathroom, right?
Yeah, I did.
And James?
Well, not all the way, just kind of like in like.
Yeah, I'm just leaning like up against the kitchen counter, just like.
So in the immediate
I'm not in the
area.
I'm right outside it.
Okay, but you can see me.
Yes.
Yeah, we all can see you. It's one room.
So I look at. Oh, I thought there was a passageway.
No, it's like a room. It's a big room.
It's just a fucking room.
So I look at everyone without trying not to get their attention.
Oh no, they're
I
busy
can tell-
talking inside there, and like we
I
need to
can
do
tell
this.
immediately
bathroom.
I can tell immediately Varkan knows what I'm about to say, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
look
kind
at
of
the
like
other
looking
two,
at him. Very
and I'm like-
distressed.
Are you looking, James? He's pointing.
Yeah.
He's doing something with his hands.
Guys, I think we should go.
And in the background,
leave.
from the bathroom, wouldn't be so good to freaking chop him up. It's not a good idea to chop him up.
I quickly pull up my phone and I text on our group. It's the guy with the journal.
A guy with it. Oh fuck.
Are you remembering something, James?
No.
No, you're not remembering. He responds, "Oh fuck."
And I'm like,
Yeah, like
James.
what's oh fuck, okay? What more can happen tonight?
the one that
Oh.
bumped into you.
Oh, they're helping us now. I'm confused.
I assume I can remember somebody bumping into
You
me. I
remember
think it's not-
somebody bumping into you, but you don't remember the details.
Yeah.
I look at Varkan like, how can I help you?
Yeah, no, it's him. The guy at the
The
table.
fuck are you guys talking about?
Remember he jumped on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could steal the book. They were writing in the book.
That guy
it's
with
him.
the jacket thingy.
The jacket guy was writing in the book. He knows
Okay.
us, or wants to know us.
We should go.
Yeah, let's
This
just get
is-
out of here. I'm so confused.
Zara,
Why is he here?
what do you do?
I see all this is happening and I realize what they're saying.
Mhm.
So I just kind of like go back and I'm like, hey, Charlie.
And he
Ooh.
looks around, like,
Can I stay you for a second, man?
well, no more blood anymore, but it's like, yes. What?
Know that you pressed for time, but can I quickly talk to you, man?
Okay. And he looks at the other guy. He's like, just continue on. The guy's like, fucking hell, that's what I'm here for. And he continues on. And a bit of pulling. You hear a bit of pulling sounds like. And Charlie's like, yes.
All right. I know we're not supposed to ask any questions, but I just want to know how well you know that man. That's helpful.
I know him well enough.
You sure?
Yes.
And we know that tonight is safe.
Yes. Now, can I talking to you.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna clear out.
I'd suggest you clear out because we're going to take the rest of the night.
As you're walking, I'm obviously gonna start walking out, and when I'm walking past Varkin, I'm like, does this mean strike 2?
I don't know. I'm so confused. I don't think so. No one knows nothing. And then we'll miss this guy. This guy's gonna be missing, and they're gonna like send police to his house and find like his sex dungeon full of kids or whatever he did. I don't know. This guy's weird. And then they'll be like, his past came back to haunt him, and now he's gone. I don't think anyone will miss this guy, this dead guy.
That's pretty
Walking at this
detailed,
point.
man.
I don't know. I watch a lot of movies, man. Weird shit happens.
Okay, Charlie, message me when it's done, please.
You will know when it's done. You can come back tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Do I leave the keys with them?
Yeah, you can.
Do I have
Let's go, you
to?
guys. These guys make me feel weird. Let's just go.
I'm already outside.
Yeah, I'm with Blaine. I'm gone.
Do you guys think?
Kind
I'm
of
gonna-
trying to get into the bar, and I'm trying to like
James.
get the other guy's attention. Like,
The other guy in the suit, on the onderbikie?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, we're going out.
Yeah, no worries. It's okay.
All right, thank you. And then I grab. Are there any jackets or anything near like the front door, James?
Oh, now you
I'm
want
still
clothes.
Kinda. I'll walk out. I'll walk out. Don't get me wrong. This is for your
Do you need
sake.
clothes, Azara?
Do you have
Or
like a
less
jacket?
clothes?
I
Okay, let's
don't-
get you clothes.
I got lots of nice clothes
I
though.
don't want to freak Blaine out. And yeah.
So in the back room, there's underneath a bunch of boxes. There's like a set of drawers with like hoodies and stuff. Just
Okay.
grab one
I
from
run
the
in,
bottom. From the
I quickly
bottom. The
grab
top
one.
ones are my favorites.
I just put it on.
Did you take one of the top ones?
Listen, we're in a hurry, man. Come on.
Okay.
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 And whose car do you get? And who's driving?
I'm not driving, and I'm leaving the yellow Renault there.
Okay.
We can drive in my car. I'm cool. I got my license like 2 years ago, man.
Are you going to your place, Varkin?
Yeah, going to my place.
Okay, so you all fit into the polo, is it right?
Yeah, polo. Red polo.
A red polo.
Mm-hmm.
The camera fades back as the coterie drives off in the direction of Varkin's haven. And then it opens up on a scene. Something the viewers and you would probably be familiar with. It's a crowded restaurant, and someone just jumped on a table. And you see the girl behind the bar. Remember, black shirt, white tie? Take out a gun and fire it. No bullet holes in the wall opposite her. Obviously, it was a blank. And she puts the gun down, and she pushes a button. The scene cuts away to a light, to a map of Cape Town, and a red blinking light on Lola's. Roll credits.
Wait, we're going back in time now?
Yeah, it was a flashback.
It was just a
It was a
flashback.
flashback.
scene.
But with like more.
So it
information.
was her. She notified the people. She
Oh,
notified the
oh, I
prince.
have a question.
Oh. I have a question.
Okay, we're here to talk now. Talk.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have a piece of chocolate.
You can ask
Okay.
a question.
So in that session, when I jumped up on the tables and I did the thing, you mentioned there was a woman in the back that looked at me like I was the most beautiful thing she had ever seen. Is it her?
It wasn't her. No.
Okay.
Otherwise, she wouldn't have done it. She wouldn't have
So
done
what
it.
we know now is that the button was pressed while you were dancing on the table. It wasn't a car accident.
It was. It was.
Actually,
They said it was.
Edgar,
I
Edgar
think
already
it
said.
started there.
Edgar already said it was both the party
Both
and the
incidents.
accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
He
just
lied,
a,
he lied to you.
So here's the
it
quick
was
thing.
just a snowball effect, I think.
Yeah, here's the quick thing. I like to quote this. Everything comes at a cost. I did give you a lot of stuff tonight. Okay, just saying. I did give you some freebies, but it does come at a cost. Before we finish
How's
the...
back to normal since I fed my hand.
Hmm?
Superficial damage to my health.
Oh yeah, no, that's
it'll come back.
that would be fine. Yeah, that would be fine.
Alright.
But you're on
Yeah,
zero
but you
hunger,
like to clarify-
something you will never have again. You can't get to zero hunger at all anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, after your first feeding, your hunger will constantly stay at 1.
Just.
Yeah. She removed her
not
hunger
so
because
bad.
she drained someone.
Yeah.
Now I want a Zara to roll me.
Oh, no.
Who lost humanity tonight?
I did.
Just you. Roll me remorse, please.
Modifier 0.
0. Okay,
Humanity pass. Oh.
you remove that stain.
You're still human.
How the fuck are you guys rolling like this?
I also want to know.
Hey
Jesus.
man, I've rolled quite terribly tonight.
Same.
Bruh.
Same.
I don't think I've passed anything since the car accident.
I feel like my luck has just been really bad. Like I've not been trusting.
Like the
anything
moment
that
you
I-
said hi, I'm like, oh god, I know roll 20. It's gonna be like 1. 9. It's like shit. Okay, cool.
There
Because
you
so that roll was basically 50% of the time, then the contact pitches up. 50% of the
yeah.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
And there was literally, if she rolled low, he wouldn't have pitched up tonight.
Oh
Man,
wow.
it would have been a long ass session.
Yo, then we
We've
like, tried
already
to
been
figure
going for
out
like
and
4
stuff.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, well,
man.
we've been going
Then-
for quite a while. Edited, we'll probably get about 3 minutes, 3 hours, 20 minutes.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, dead. Gone.
Okay, dead. Yeah, so what's your thoughts? Tell us. How are you feeling?
This
Dude,
one
So
got
my
very
mic
gory.
fucked up a lot. I think my mic
So-
fucked up a lot tonight.
yeah, you were
Nice.
very
It was a
soft.
Yeah,
little
you were
bit.
talking. We should just see the mouth move. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, it fucking sucks, dude. Like I'm thinking of getting a new mic because this is just too much now.
Oh.
So, I don't know who of you have seen me play Phasmo. But when the ghost hunts me, I get like anxiety and chills, and I really become fucking scared. And when the wolves were closing in tonight, I got that fucking like
they're
Jesus, I
coming.
got like, oh god, like that's fucking scared. I'm feeling like oh shit, oh fuck,
Yeah.
oh god, no.
Yeah, because the shit about like this shit is like, I don't think I don't know if it's still like this, but like even like a freshly turned wolf would kill us.
You
all
don't
of
want
us,
to.
like,
You don't want to face a freshly
We-
turned wolf. Not
you
even.
can't stand a chance.
You
Yeah,
can't.
like so no. So yeah.
So, the price that something came at, I literally delivered someone wrapped at the door. That came at a price.
Yeah.
We're going to find out soon what the price is. Let's start off with our XP. What scene? What
Oh,
do
that
you
was
like? What did you
convenient.
like? You know how it works. Give each other XP. You maximum of 2 points, either to one person or split up, and then to a maximum of 3. So in other words, if they've got 3 XP, they can't go over 3.
I'll go first.
Okay, Mr. James Barrett.
I
So-
want to give Azara 2 points
Mm-hmm.
for her interactions with the beast and the priest tonight.
Okay.
I thought that was really good. Although she pissed me off by getting blood on my fucking carpets.
What is
I'm
it with you,
sorry,
man?
Yes, it'll be fine.
You're the unlucky guy. Your car gets fucked.
And like everything gets wrecked.
That's true.
These people are fucking. I told them. I told fucking Edgar, like these people are gonna fuck around with my life.
People are gonna fuck around my life.
Azara, who do you give points to?
I want to give a point to Blaine and a point to James.
Why?
I saw a lot more of Blaine's OCD today. He interacted a lot with Balkan.
That was fun.
Kept him calm quite a bit, which was pretty cool. Depending on Blaine's actions, that could have impacted Balkan's actions, so I think that was pretty cool. And then James was very into his character tonight, very involved, and I think that was pretty cool.
Okay, cool. Blaine. Zhenka, you're going last, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. So I can still think. It's like.
I'm gonna give one to Azara and one to James tonight.
Okay.
I really felt Azara tonight. Like, you really opened up a little bit more with your role playing, I think, and I really digged like the way you were fighting the inner beast was very like believable. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I could tell you were trying to fight it back, but also remain like grounded in doing so. And with James, the way you get so upset about everything.
It's a lot of fun.
I can tell you're having a lot of fun with your character.
Okay, cool. Varkin.
Oh, you guys screwed me over. I really wanted to give a point to Azora. No, I can't give her any points. So yeah, I'm gonna give one to Blaine and one to James. I enjoyed the interactions with Blaine. Like the two of us, like it's a lot of fun. Like how you like, I kind of like throw the ball and you catch it and throw it back every time. It feels like a lot of fun. And James for being so. Oh man, yeah, for being you, like just freaking out and just having fun.
Sorry, I punched you though.
I asked for it though. That was so cool. I was like, someone punched me. I was like, no one's gonna punch me.
When I heard the words like somebody punched you, I'm like, I'm there, bitch. I'm fucking there.
Like I said it, and it was like this pause, and I was like, no one's gonna punch me. And then you're like, punch me. It's like, okay, thank you. It's like, oh my god, I just need someone to punch me in the face, please. Thank you.
Like
I just
the moment you said somebody punched me, I knew like it was to just explain the blood.
Yeah.
Can we give superficial points? Because I want to give one to Dungeon Dad.
Okay.
Dungeon
Tonight
Daddy.
was awesome. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Don't give him
Tonight
points.
was
This guy's
awesome.
gonna get stronger. He's gonna cross over.
He's gonna get stronger. don't.
Yeah,
Now-
Give him XP. He's
No.
gonna kill us.
Tonight
that
was
wolf
good.
pot really got me fucking scared.
Yeah, that
Let me-
was so well.
Now, everything comes at a cost.
Hmm.
Azara, instead of having 3 points, you're gonna have 2 points tonight.
Oh.
Because you had the chance and the prince literally gift wrapped that thing for you at the end. He was like, fucking take it. We literally waited. They literally waited a certain amount of time and hoped that you would walk past the victim's meeting to get into contact with that guy. And you didn't grab it. So, yeah, everything comes at a cost. It was gift wrapped to you, but now everything comes at a cost, and now I've got an interesting story to tell. Yeah.
So why the fuck deliver him to my house? I got work with this fucking prince.
So I add two. Okay?
So you just
We're
add
all
2.
there.
Yeah, you just add 2. So this is the thing. I'm giving you all some freebies, especially in the beginning. But it
Yeah.
comes at a cost. It will come at a cost. Like the strike
Yeah.
one. Okay, so let me explain to you. The whole strike, 3 strikes and you're out, you got to wait for a month. You know, you need to survive a month. Is essentially to get you guys acclimated. And also in the storyline, it's basically their hazing thing. Or ontgroening in Afrikaans, you know. So it's basically to make sure you guys know what you're doing and not screwing up. And then once that happens, like there will be, it's like the helping hand of God coming down and helping you out. But the cost will become more and more bad.
It's like
Yeah.
what's it called? Diminishing returns.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So yeah, I loved what I especially fucking loved is like, and I didn't even remember Varkin saying this, but he like gave the blood back to James and like, okay, I'm gonna put this mug back. Like I didn't even remember him. I didn't remember him saying he's taking another mug. All I remembered was the Batman mug, and that was it. And he's like, he's not going to take the mug.
I gave him a mug as well.
Yeah, and yeah, tonight
You're
was
all
probably
gonna
my
get mugs.
most goriest session.
Yeah, this got quite rough.
Yeah,
Goriest session.
but I enjoyed it a lot.
Yes, but when you said you ripped off that that freaking duct tape, I'm like,
I knew exactly what that would do because it.
Yeah, no, it's also like
literally-
I knew
I
where it's
didn't
gonna
know
go.
that it was gonna rip off his
You
whole
know
lip,
this?
but I knew that it would rip off the skin, like half of the skin.
You know when you have like a hangnail, but
Yeah.
then it goes all the way back.
and you
Ooh,
pull
now
it and you pull it and
imagine-
it feel like you're pulling out your fucking back, like,
I imagine that's the circumference of your lips.
yeah.
Oh. Especially like this dry parts, like
Yeah, the scene in Jackass where they take the paper and they put it in
Yes.
their mouths. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
messed up, man.
But yeah, thank you guys. Holy shit, this was amazing.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Anything else to add, anyone? Or can we start off with shoutouts?
You can shout out if you want.
yeah. we can shout
nothing I
out.
can think of.
Okay.
Dungeon Daddy.
Dungeon Daddy.
I don't want to deal with the werewolves. Like it's fucking causing me anxiety.
Yeah, I'm like thinking, it's like, oh, what the hell are we gonna do?
Oh,
What's
you're
up?
going
I
to-
was
Where
ready.
go?
You're giving him ideas. You're giving him ideas. Squealing wheels. Squealing wheels.
Squealing wheels.
Squealing wheels. Squealing wheels.
So you're going just to make sure you're going to Varkin's place and not to Zara's, right?
Yeah, Varkin.
Okay.
We're gonna
I just
crack
wanna confirm something on Varkin's thing.
I was literally standing there. I'm
Okay.
like, if anybody just opens this fucking door, just willy fucking nilly, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Okay, let's start off with this time around we're going to start off on the overlay. We're going to start off with Fat Exorcist and then move our way back up. Fat Exorcist, who are you? Where can people find you?
Hey everyone, I'm Fat Exorcist. I stream almost daily on Twitch TV /Fat Exorcist. Playing Hunt with the great Soldini over here on Wednesdays and Sundays. The rest of the time, some Final Fantasy, some Minecraft, just doing a bunch of variety stuff.
Okay, cool. Go give him a follow, guys. It's free. And then Blaine, the person responsible for the intros and the overlays and everything. Where
Hey
can
guys,
people find you?
You can find me on Twitch.
Don't let Dungeon Daddy spank you.
Oh, you're gonna like it. Respect.
I'm Soldin, unfortunately, with an underscore. You can find me on Twitch or on Twitter. I'm most active on both of those things most of the days. For the next couple of weeks, I've got super busy weeks planned on stream. So if you want to come chat,
Yeah.
come round.
Final Fantasy 14. Damn.
Final Fantasy 14, Mortal Shell, Hunt, and Tuesdays with you guys.
No. You're practicing for Hunt at the moment. You're not with us now anymore.
Yeah, that event's only going to last for 14 days.
So Wednesday's, Tuesday's the last
Stop
day
soon.
What do you mean?
for
No,
14
it
days.
starts on Wednesday. Starts on Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah, so Tuesday is the last day for Cryofall.
yeah. Okay,
For
cool.
now.
Yeah.
For now.
For now, yeah.
And then let's see here, Mr. Mikey from Bloemfontein, Mr. Ajenko.
I'm a Mikey from Bloemfontein.
Yes.
I am as Jinko, as the daddy said. And yeah, you can find me on Twitch. As a daddy called me. You can find me on Twitch at as Jinko. I think there's a link right down there. And you can just click that and go and check me out. I'm currently doing some classics. I'm still playing Fallout. We had some problems.
Oh, we fixed it. We fixed it.
yeah.
I hope.
Daddy helped me. I hope, yeah. Hopefully that's gonna stick, man.
Are you talking about the problems of the guy that constantly killed you and you're just like, fuck
No, the
this?
game just crashed. The game just crashed the whole time.
Not that yeah, the game crashed, so I started the game over. So yeah, you can catch me fresh playing some Fallout.
Game
so.
gave him a strike one.
The game gave me a strike one, yeah. So I'm playing that, yeah, and after that I'm getting to some cool indies again. And yeah, you can also catch me on YouTube where I put out some first impression videos and some top 5s and cool stuff like that. So yeah. Follow me.
And follow him, it's free. And then we've got Mama Succubus.
Hi, I'm Mama Succubus, and you can find me on everything except Twitter. You can find me on Twitter too, but everything except for Twitter is Mama_Succubus, as seen below, and Twitter itself is Mama_Suck. And I stream every day of the week for weekends, so you can find me on twitch.tv/Mama_Succubus.
It's once in the morning and once in the evening, yeah?
I think, yes, once in the morning and once in the evening. In the morning, we drink coffee, we wake up, we all grumpy, all together, nice, solemn, grumpy vibe. And in the evenings, we pew things, and we, like lightsabers and things. I don't know. I need more coffee.
Yeah, I'm about to get me some coffee now, but I gotta
Say
say,
it's supper now.
and then you got me, and I'm your apparently dungeon daddy.
Yes.
Owning that title.
I have to own it, but I'm thinking of that one song from Offspring. She's got issues. That one part. I know you've got issues, but please don't call me daddy when we're getting it on. Anyway. Yeah, you can find me on twitch.tv/ZaffaGeek. I'm going to play some Final Fantasy this week. Our giveaway has moved because Friday was just not a day for me for streaming. I was totally out of it. I'm still doing the Everyday in August challenge, where I upload a video every day in August on YouTube, a 5-minute video at the very least. The Vampire the Masquerade and Patreon stuff is part of it. And yeah, Final Fantasy 14 for the future, and hopefully after that some Diablo. But I'm looking forward to more Final Fantasy 14. Thank you everybody for joining, and hopefully next week we'll keep you updated. We'll do another episode of this. There might be some real life stuff popping up that we're going to sort out, and if not, we'll see you next week. If it does, we'll let you know. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a great rest of your week. And until the next time, #family. See you later. I try to be cool. I'm sorry.
#family.